There we are. Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Welcome to the
What's
Generation Spacing podcast here with myself, TuboWare and EbonicPlague. Say hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
How's everybody going out there?
How's everybody? You're still doing it. It's been what, a couple years now? You're still saying how's everybody going?
It's a thing now. I have to do it.
It's part of your brand. I get it. I understand.
Yeah, it's part of the brand. How's everybody going? And I heard that they say that in Australia. So I'm just trying to have solidarity with my Australian FGC.
Yeah.
That is exactly why I was doing that.
Sure, whatever you say, buddy.
Oh man.
I can ask an Australian about that.
An Australian.
I'm just saying.
I mean, look, people live in Australia told me that's what they say. They actually say, "How you going? How you going, mate?" You know, kind of thing.
Do it again, James.
How you going, mate?
Oh, wow.
You're the best, James.
I am offended.
Hey, I was just doing. Oh, your hat says "say what" again. I thought it said "say that" again. Okay.
Say what again? Like,
Oh man,
my boy.
that's awesome, dude. Where'd you get that from?
Pulp Fiction. Gaming Generation booth at one of the combo breakers.
Really?
Ooh,
Yeah.
That's actually sick, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Evan hooks me up almost every year with a hat, so.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh man. So I mean, I know that I literally just quit my Gulity Gear StrIVe beta, to come and do this chat, and I know you
Same.
you did the same thing, but you were hanging out in my chat, TuboWare, Brandon.
I played one match, and then it sent me back to the title screen, and I said, fuck this. I will not sit there and beat up on a defenseless, computer character when you do fucking 70% in 5 hits, and then you have to go back through the loading screen. Nope, I'm good.
I did like fucking so many matches where that happened every 2 seconds. It took way longer than it needs to.
Yeah, fuck all that noise. If that's how long the loading times are gonna be too for final release, holy shit, that game better be PS5 compatible at launch for PS5 because the load times are ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, look, load times is always going to be the thing that's optimized last in most video games. But usually that's the case for disc. So I'm not sure if that's what's going to happen with the digital. So this one's digital, so it's interesting that the load times are this long.
Yeah, they're quite long.
But like I said, I hope that that's just an early, because almost all early beta demos, load times have always been longer because things keep changing so much. So learning what to optimize, learning what to compress and not compress.
Yeah, but it's Unreal Engine. They've been using the same engine.
It's the engine's not going to be determined what the loading time is. It's what you decide to put as easy access in memory and stuff like that. So that's going to take a while for them to
get all
optimize.
up in your easy access memory.
All I've done is QA testing. I can't say what the fuck they actually got to do. I ain't trying to deal with that.
I'm sitting here
I ain't
talking
gonna
to a bunch of
pretend.
non-coders here.
Yeah, no, sorry. I'm not a nerd like you with your waifu figurines and your number crunching or whatever.
My
you
what?
nerds do.
Number
crunching,
crunches?
I don't know. Whatever you nerds do.
Bro, I had to do math earlier because for those of you who play Granblue, there's a thing called Guild Wars going on right now. And I was trying to figure out the most efficient way to farm the points for Guild Wars, and so I literally was like, okay, so I get this many points for doing it this many times, and then if I do the other version of this, I get this many points. So I literally was just number crunching for Guild Wars.
And look, Isaiah, didn't you know all you had to do was contact me, because all I do is sit at home and jack off to my figurines
Asian, of course,
and crunch numbers.
You said that. I never said that. You added the jack off part.
Dude, that's what
you actually do now, James.
That's what everybody says about me, dude. That's the joke on the internet, dude. It's like, oh my god, James just sits there.
I've never heard that joke, so
Dude, that's all everybody ever says about me, dude. It's crazy. Oh man. They've all got their stories out there, so I'm just trying to help perpetuate it. That's all. So
Yeah, I mean, like we know that most Asian people jack off to math. Like we get it.
If you can't beat them, beat myself.
Well, National Horny Day.
That's right.
And everybody's horny for every character in StrIVe. It's ridiculous.
Dude, everybody's a freaking waifu in that game, though, except
Everybody's hot. Like
Faust
Raven.
Faust is ridiculous, dude.
I mean,
is really
some people
cool.
are into what Faust looks like.
Okay.
We don't kink shame here in this podcast, James.
He's super dope looking.
It's National Horny Day. We can have our kinks out
He
today.
can do things with those really long fingers.
But dude, like the air dash, did you see the crouching slash animation? Mm-hmm. The crouching slash where he just like spawns a new Faust, dude, like that.
It's out of his own back too, and he's like this, and like it's like what is happening?
Dude, it's
so terrifying.
It's
Super cool.
like the way that they managed to turn him so much into like a Nightmare on Elm Street kind of creature is so good, dude. Oh man. But I mean, so obviously, you know, a lot of people have been talking about this, you know, how different the game is. The chains, the Gattling system is so different. The combos aren't as crazy anymore, whatever. Like, I mean, how much experience with Gulity Gear did you have in the past, both of you, actually?
I played StrIVe, Xrd Rev 2 for like 2 or 3 months before Dragon Ball came out.
Okay.
And then that's all my experience with the game. And I played Raven. So I didn't really play Gulity Gear. I just played Knock You Down and then
Gotcha.
50-50. So yeah, I don't have much experience.
I have a lot of Gulity Gear experience actually, despite people not realizing it. Gulity Gear was the first game I played extensively as a kid. I've literally been playing Kai since I was born.
Oh, okay.
Also, for quite some time, I was the best player in Oregon at Xrd. I did a lot of Gulity Gear, and turning this game on has been very weird. The Gattling system is completely different.
Yeah.
So like I said, I've been playing Kai since I was fucking born, right? He cannot do 5K, 5S, or 5K, 5HS. That is not a thing that exists in the
Yeah.
And it's blowing my mind because I've been doing that for 20 years.
Dude.
Or some shit.
You don't understand. If Johnny comes out in this game and I can't do stand kick into stand heavy kick, missed cancel, I'm not even sure what I can do. I don't know how my brain would function.
Heavy slash, right? You said
Heavy slash. That's what I've been doing forever, dude. So.
Yeah, well, that's what happened to me a minute ago. I was like, I don't understand what to do. Like, so I was trying to figure it out, and like, for a little while I was like, okay, so I punch and kick normals can Gatling into command normals, right? So like 5K can Gatling into 6P, 6K, and 6H.
Yes.
6K and 6H won't combo after 5K, but you can Gatling it.
Yeah.
So what I was doing for a little bit was I was like with Kai specifically, I was doing like 5K, 6P, 2 and 4S, right?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently a bunch of people found on Twitter that every character in the game has links. I found out I could do 5P, 2P, link 2K, 2D into special.
Oh.
So yeah. So like, and then I tested it with Soul, right? I was like, okay, let's see what this character does because he's not the same either.
Right.
Apparently you can do 5P, 5K link. That links together. That's not a Gatling. It's just a link.
So then you can go into sweep or into uppercut or whatever like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Whatever the combo is for Soul in this game, because I don't know yet. I've only messed with Kai, really.
Right. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, that's something that'll be really interesting to test. So they've turned everybody into like a pseudo Kumhe Hyun, though.
I guess you could say that, yeah.
Because, I mean, Kumhe Hyun wasn't really links. It was all just very, very late cancels, but, you know. That's now I want to experiment because like Potemkin, like all of his special moves have long startups. So if I ever do close slash far slash, nothing I cancel.
Wait. You play Potemkin?
I messed with him.
Oh,
Yeah,
I think you meant like wait, no, Johnny's your main, right?
Johnny is my main, except
Okay.
I used to play Potemkin back in XX because he was super good. Then when
Yeah.
Sign came out, I played Potemkin because he was the only character that I ever mained before that was back in the game. So I played him and it was miserable, so I switched over to Sin, and that didn't really work very well. Then Johnny came out and that was it. I was fine.
You're
That was
back in
it.
action.
Yeah. Trust me, man. Johnny is like so my history with Guilty Gear is I've been playing Guilty Gear since X, essentially. I mean, I've played the original Guilty Gear, but it was pretty terrible game, so I just didn't pay attention to it much. But I got it from Daisuke. I got it from Daisuke. He came and visited UCLA, and he signed. Well, he didn't sign it there, but I won my copy from playing against Daisuke back at UCLA in the day. And then when X came out and became a really good game, I've been playing since X. I played X, and then I played XX, all the way through Slash, and then a little bit of Accent Core, and that's kind of when it tapered off a little bit.
If you've never played original Guilty Gear, by the way, I implore you to go look up videos of that game. It's hilarious to watch. It's like actually mad funny.
Is it just real bad?
I owned it on PS1 and I was very confused.
Dude, you can literally die at the very start of the game. And I'm not talking about like lose the round. I mean lose the game. Even if you have like 2 out of 3. You do an attack, and if they just defend it, it goes into this crazy animation that if they input a quarter circle forward, I think with punch or something, and you don't, you die, and then the game ends.
Yeah, it's past rounds. It's just it's just like you're just done.
Wow.
It's godlike.
Yeah.
That sounds awful.
That was their original destroy system. So as soon as you saw that screen happen, you both had to enter it, and if one guy missed it, then everybody died. So then you just died. So it was crazy.
Great design.
Dude, and I mean, it's interesting too because you could tell Daisuke was really obsessed with the concept of powering up special moves. Because in that game, there was one button that was just the power-up move. And so if you wanted to power up your uppercut, you would do DP plus that button, and you would go, and you would have a little meter charge up, and you would power the uppercut. You could do that to the fireball, to the spin kick, or whatever. But the problem with it was you could use it as a Roman cancel, which is where I think Roman cancels came from. Because you could charge for like half a second, so you could do like target Gattling into charge for half a second, dash up, and just keep doing that like over and over and over again.
The game had some infinite.
Yeah. But as a result, I think you can tell because Johnny can power up his Mistfinder with the coins. Holy Order Soul had something like that. You know, all the characters.
It took forever
Yeah.
to get Order Soul's like power up mechanic back, actually.
Yeah, but he's definitely obsessed with that concept of charging up like special moves and stuff because it's in so many of the characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this game, it's like obviously we only had like an hour with it before the podcast started.
Well, you guys did. I didn't bother.
You didn't even bother? Well, I did. I was
I
messing
played
with it.
3 games. I was like, I can't do this.
I wanted to keep
much.
messing with it, but I was like, I was getting confused, and I was wondering if I was starting to reach the limit until I saw on Twitter that you could start linking stuff. Because I was like, at first I couldn't tell if it was like, okay, so this is not meant to be a combo-heavy game, or maybe Kai is not supposed to get combo stuff unless he has Shock State on. And then I realized it's both. It's not supposed to be super combo heavy without Risk Gauge or Kai's Shock State or this or that. Like there's varying degrees to what a character requires to get what would be a heavy combo or like a normal combo timer for like a launch in like Exert or Accent Core, right?
Like I wasn't even really finding that many like jump cancelable moves. I mean, I don't know.
Like, it's Soul, I noticed, had more jump cancelable moves than Kai did.
Okay.
Because like with Kai, I was like, I can't jump cancel 5S like close slash. Maybe I just messed up or whatever. But when I did with Soul, I was jump canceling 5K, 5S.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
But it wasn't very many of the buttons. I couldn't jump cancel 5P, which I thought was interesting. But I mean, it's whatever, right? Like, it's not like you wanted to jump cancel 5P outside of like a random air hit anyway. But But yeah, jump cancel normals aren't really there. And then because of like the reduced Gattling system, you don't get to combo into 2D as much as you used to.
Yeah, that only seems to come off of Close S and 5K. Those are the only ones that seem to combo into 2D. With most of the characters that I was messing with, actually.
So I could do 2K into 2D.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So K's can go into Kick can go into 2D, it seems like.
It seems like, yeah.
Yeah, and I messed with like 5 different characters so far, and it felt like Heavy Slash doesn't combo, like can't Gatling into anything. But
that would count as reverse beating in theory, which is weird that you can't do 5H, 6H.
Right, but
because normally that wouldn't be reverse beating, right?
However, like Slash could go into stuff like 6K and 6P. So
yes.
I could reverse beat on those ones. So I don't know. It seems like it's very specific, and it seems like so far it's pretty universal. But that's all I've been doing. So I've just been hitting the computer and just trying all the different chains and seeing what works and seeing how the Gatlings work. I haven't even tried the jump Gatlings yet. I don't even know how many moves you can do in the air.
Oh, yeah. I never really got around to that because they changed how Kai's works. So I was trying to do like anything into 2H after launching them in the air, right? And 2H does not allow for a jump cancel on hit. As Kai, which is another thing that hasn't been around for a long time. And so
you just never got in the air.
So I was like, I really don't know how to combo into this outside of doing like RC and then jumping, right? Because RC, while they're in hit stun, blows them up, and they launch in the air regardless of if they were in standing state or not.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you do like let's say you do like 5S 5H RC, you explode, it's the red RC, and they go into upper, like they launch or whatever the fuck, you know.
Interesting.
It also slows down time only for the opponent,
right?
So that's interesting, I guess. Because like before, because in Exerd it's different where it slowed down time for everything, right?
Right. Yeah.
And then before that, even, it slowed down time for no one. RCs were instantaneous. So they're really sticking with this time slowdown motif on the RCs for whatever reason. But I never got to be able to do any air combos, and I don't know about you, but like I couldn't figure out like why I would, unless it was like an air-to-air hit with like maybe other characters are like more keen on it, right? Like I guess Chip would probably be more keen on doing air combo. Yeah. But like I as Kai, I was thinking like with the current set of moves and normals and things like that, I'm not really understanding why I would do an air combo.
Yeah, I mean, I there wasn't even really, like you said, anything that launched people up in the air. I haven't messed with the Roman cancel yet, but I'll definitely try that out and see if I can like Roman cancel launch and then go up for an air combo or something. You know, maybe they'll give us that much, but.
It seems like you can, because like I said, it does launch, but I was trying to do what you would do in older games. You know, you would like, I would ask Kai, you would run up in 2H.
Right.
And since you can't jump cancel that anymore, you don't get shit. And then they also took away his Vapor Thrust loop. He can no longer do that because when you do Vapor Thrust, which is his DP if you don't know, you land at the same time as they do every time, even if you're higher up. Or at least I couldn't figure out a way to make it so that I could land earlier than them.
No, they definitely, I mean, Soul doesn't even have his kick follow-up on his uppercut anymore. And then I was also testing with Faust and Chip. You can't change their jump arc with the Kara cancel on the green blocking anymore.
Oh, you can't FD cancel their
you can't do
anymore?
Yeah, so
like at all?
Faust can't Kara cancel it, so he can't do that thing where he just does instant overheads and stuff anymore.
Yeah. That's interesting. Wow.
Yeah, so they've taken away a lot of the very high level stuff, I feel like, and they really are trying to make it a little bit more beginner friendly, and it's clear that that's their goal. And I mean, obviously, as a big Guilty Gear fan, it kind of makes me sad because, you know, I like the original Guilty Gear, but at the same time, I'm not gonna begrudge it because Exerd still exists. We can still play that if we want to. And secondly, you know, it's just I feel like I like what Street Fighter does and that they change the game every single time. And I feel like Guilty Gear and Tekken have the biggest legacy problems that,
No.
clearly if you've played the old one, it's going to help you in the new one right away. And so, by resetting it, I don't know, maybe it might turn out to be a good thing with rollback and bringing in more people who are used to Street Fighter games and stuff like that. So
I feel like Tekken probably had the issue a little bit more so than Guilty Gear. I felt like Xrd was not super difficult to get into, in comparison to Tekken anyway. Whereas like I feel like Tekken was an anomaly. But I could be right, like again, I wasn't huge in 3D games. Like I wasn't 2D games despite playing them. Like I played a lot of Soul Calibur, I played a lot of Bloody Roar, played very little Tekken because I wasn't into that franchise. But like when I got to Tekken as a competitive fighting game player, I was like, this is confusing as all hell.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's more just that if you've played the other versions before, you get an automatic advantage. Because in Guilty Gear, even though Xr's a very different game than XX, a lot of the things still exist, like the FD cancels, like the target. I mean, they changed Johnny's Mist Finder to the other direction, quarter circle forward. I don't even know why. That almost
weird.
killed me. But outside of that, most of the stuff is pretty, was very similar. Same thing with Tekken. Most of the moves are the same. So I think what Daisuke said is he's just trying to reset everything and put everybody on the equal footing.
You know what that's going to do, right, James?
What's that?
It's going to bring the entire FGC together. It is. You guys laugh. I'm so serious.
Dude,
think about the last two.
No, I know it's serious.
To come out.
I know it's serious, and I know that it works.
Dragon Ball and Granblue both brought every 2D fighting game scene together.
Yep,
and now with rollback netcode and a new Guilty Gear that people don't have to have all that legacy knowledge.
Yeah,
everybody's gonna be playing this. Every fucking body's gonna play this game. It's gonna be like Street Fighter 4 days, I think, again. At least for a little while, where everybody's playing one game.
Yeah.
Actually, for a little while is probably right because you remember when Dragon Ball started, everybody was playing it for a little while.
Yeah.
And then other people splintered off, right? I mean, like genre-wise, people coming from other anime, Street Fighter.
But a lot of those people stayed. They still play Dragon Ball, so.
Yeah,
not
for sure.
all of them, but yeah, a lot of them they actually stuck around, which is wild. But I don't think that many people are going to quit playing StrIVe. I'm wondering
about Granblue. In that regard.
Yeah, Granblue is going to lose probably a big player base when StrIVe comes out.
I mean,
but
honestly,
that happens.
Honestly, that right there, what you said, I feel like is the biggest impetus for Cygames to be like, here's a bunch of money, put rollback netcode into Granblue, please.
Yeah, because maybe. That would be dope.
I agree with you a lot, Brandon, and I mean, part of that is just my heart really hoping that everybody plays Guilty Gear because I love the franchise so much and it's so cool.
They're going to.
I want I have, when I heard it was rollback netcode announced, I felt like it meant that this could be the next coming, kind of thing.
Wait, real quick. I don't mean to interrupt you, Jim. I mean, I do, but.
Yeah, that's fine.
Before I forget, I want everyone to know, look me in the eyes.
All right.
Mike Ross, I'm going to fuck you up in StrIVe.
God damn it, I forgot about this.
Free. I'm fucking you up, Mike.
Where did this come from?
Yeah, I'm very
curious. So I hang out. Mike's been streaming a lot lately.
Uh-huh.
And I hang out in his stream and talk shit. We're buddies or whatever.
Right.
So I go in there and hang out. And when he first started playing Granblue, I very casually said, "Hey, Mike, let's run." And he was like, and then I beat him 10-0, 10-1. And he was upset. So earlier this week, I was in the chat, and I'm sorry, it was late last week. I was in his chat, and I told him, I was like, "Hey man, Vasaraga got buffed. Maybe you can finally beat me now." And he was like, "No, let's play right now," because he only plays on PC. The patch hadn't been out yet. He's like, "No, let's play right now. Let's play right now." So we played. I think I beat him 10-4, 10-5. And then last night I was in his stream. And he was looking at the Guilty Gear primer stuff, the Zynax stuff.
Yeah.
Shock State. He's looking at those, and I was like, "Mike, I don't know why you're looking at these. we're gonna have the same result in StrIVe that we do in Grand Blue. And Mike's like, no. He's like, no, you can beat me in Grand Blue, but you will not beat me in Gulity Gear. Do you not know about my Axel? So then I tweeted out, I'm gonna fuck up Mike Ross in StrIVe.
Yeah, I saw that one. He
And
looked at it on his
chat. Yeah, I put that in his chat.
Oh.
And he opened it up and he was like, oh my god. So my only goal, I have one goal in my whole Gulity Gear StrIVe career, and that's to always be able to beat Mike Ross.
Watch, this is what's gonna happen, right? Brandon is gonna like start winning majors and stuff, but he's never gonna run into Mike Ross in tournament. And then he's gonna be like really disappointed after every win. He's gonna be like, I didn't time. And he gets like second place at Evo, like Kazunoka wins or some shit, and he's like, I didn't beat Mike Ross. I don't even care. Like,
that's the goal. The goal is to beat Mike. That's it.
Okay.
You know Mike is pretty good at Exert, right? Like
Look, man, Mike is pretty good at a lot of fighting games, but he's not me. All right. Mike cannot deal with gorillas.
All right.
If you are Unga Bunga gorilla mode, Mike Ross loses his shit. And that is how I play fighting games.
It's true. It's true. I've seen you play. I've seen you. I mean, you use Genjuro season 1. I mean.
Yeah, dude. I will whatever is cheap and I don't have to respect you. That's my character.
Who do you play in Grand Blue? I forgot.
Charlotta and Jita.
That makes so much sense why you play Rash now. Like I get it.
Yeah.
I just like understand now.
That's how I play. I play Blanca in Street Fighter. I play Rash and Killer Instinct. I play Charlotta and Jita in Grand Blue. I played fucking Genjuro and Shizumaru in Sam Show. Like, I'm an asshole. I play asshole ass characters.
That's godlike.
I
just
respect
want you to be mad.
I actually respect that a lot because, I mean, we talked about it last week about low-tier heroes. I'm a low-tier hero, so, I respect that a lot. I wish I was like that.
Yeah, that's who I pick. I want you to be pissed off. I want you to say shit like, you're just a gorilla, unga bunga, like, but I won. So, what does that say about you? If I'm playing like a big dum-dum, where are you at?
Dude, I mean, that almost guarantees right there that I will not be able to beat you in a fighting game because I cannot fight Unga Bunga people.
I told you, James, like, I want to run the gauntlet, man. Let's do it.
I can't fight Unga Bunga players at all, dude.
It used to be my favorite matchup in fighting games is when I have to play, like, the person who's, like, very clearly, like, difficult to read and just, like, playing quote-unquote Unga Bunga. They used to be, like, the best person to fight against for me. They used to be really good at that. And, like, nowadays, I feel like that's dwindled down. Because, like, I stopped running into that type of player a lot, and I started to learn against, like, the players that were, like, more methodical. And so, like, when newer fighting games came out, I would, like, start playing online, and I'd play against the Unga Bunga people, and I was like, I can't do it no more.
Dude, one of the craziest ones was there was this birdie I played on my stream one time, and he did, like, fucking wake up regular dolphin dive. Like, he didn't even, like...
he did.
Like, and I walked up to him, and I was like, he's gonna definitely EX headbutt or whatever. And he did wake up EX fucking light dolphin dive
That's the
at
hard
me.
read.
And he caught me with it, and he was going nuts. And then the guy messaged me afterwards and was like, hey, are you James? Because this is me. And he told me his name, and it's somebody that I've known since the Street Fighter, like, 2 days. And I was like... And I messaged him back, and I was like, you are a fucking nut. Like, how can you play like this? Like, you're old school. You should be fundamental king. Like, what the hell just even happened? And he's never...
You guys played like nuts back then, too. You just have the romanticizing that everybody was very solid, and we were very respectful. We bowed 10 feet deep every time we played each other.
Yeah, steel folded 1,000 times.
Right.
Superior Japanese steel.
He never wrote me back, though. I'm sad, because, like, I want to know...
Because you called him a fucking nut.
You called him a nut.
I did call him a nut. I did.
He was like, man, that was a solid, hard-earned win against my old friend James Chen, and he calls me a moron. He called me a muppet.
He was proud of himself, he was like, I did pretty well, I think I'm finally getting better at this game. Oh, I played James, I remember him from back in the day. I'm gonna message him, talk to him, and then you show up. And then you show up and you message him and you start being an asshole and you ruin his entire day.
Never meet your heroes, guys.
Dude, I'm not even one of his heroes, dude. Like I said, he was super old school. He used to play with all the best players. He was one of the best guys back in the day. He was super good, so it's not even a hero, man.
Yeah, well, never meet your friends 10 years later. How about that?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, right?
There you go. Oh, man. Yeah, but I was salty after that stream. Oh, fuck, God.
James, I need to ask you something.
What's that?
Oh, no.
Why do you keep forcing yourself to play Street Fighter V when you very clearly hate it?
It's weird. I, don't hate
You
it.
hate that game.
I actually don't hate it. I actually really...
I don't think you hate watching it. I think you hate playing it.
It's frustrating because I just want to get to the point where I can play other diamond players so I don't have to deal with all the crazy shit anymore.
But you can't say other diamond players because you're stuck in platinum hell right now.
Super platinum hell, okay?
Oh, all right.
Hey, you gotta get to Ultra next, buddy.
Yeah, I'm in
You
super...
have a long way out of diamond. You can't say other diamond players when you're platinum supreme over here.
I need to fucking get up to people that aren't just doing crazy ass shit, dude. But I mean, honestly,
you can learn how to fight crazy players.
Yeah,
Oh no, it's true. I mean, that's speaking of Mike Ross. I mean, I always remember that Mike and no.
Fight crazy ass players. Speaking of Mike Ross.
No.
Clip
I'm
that.
saying
Clip that so I can send it to James. So I can send it to Mike.
I don't mean it like that. I meant there was the one time Mike Ross and Gutex told Rennick, from Arizona, that he had forgotten how to fight scrubs. And that's kind of where... Well, the problem is right now, honestly, is that Lucia is not a scrub-killing character. I need a fucking Laura or a Mika to kill those kind of characters.
Balrog.
Lucia does not have... Yeah, Balrog would be a great scrub
my main
buster.
in that game.
What's that?
That's my main in that game.
Yeah, I know it's your main. That's why I'm terrified.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the biggest problem with Lucia is she's not a scrub buster. She's I feel like she's the kind of character that the better the player is, the better she'll do against them. And because then you can... All of her tricks are super high risk, and if you play against people that you just can't figure out what the hell they're doing, it's so hard, and it's hard for her to play solidly enough to be able just to beat those kind of players, She's not designed that way. Let's put it that way.
It was Margo that played her for a little while, right? Was it Margo?
Sako did.
Sako, thank you, Sako.
Yeah.
And Sako had some success with her versus the higher level people.
Yeah.
I remember, but yeah.
I mean,
it definitely seems like she's the character to not fight wake up mashing and stuff like that a lot of the time.
I'll tell you this much. There's a reason why nobody plays this character right now.
Seems like it. But
man.
I've been out of the Street Fighter game for a while, so I don't really...
Well, James, it's time to pick G.
Dude, he's one of the characters I'm thinking about going with, maybe, actually.
Time to pick G.
G or Colleen.
G.
Colleen is the other one I might want to go with.
Colleen is cheap, too.
Because Colleen is hella cheap, so... Thinking about going that way instead. I just want to find a character that I think is fun. And I like so much of what Lucia does. It's just... I just don't think it's particularly strong.
Is there a character that's similar to Lucia that's better?
Not really. That's the problem. So the thing that I liked about her was the, spacing on the burn kicks and stuff like that to make it safe, because
that sounds cool.
That's how I played Cammy and Super Turbo, spacing the drills and everything. And so it felt very similar, and she has all these really interesting combo paths that I really liked. So depending on how you hit them, you've got all these different ways to, go and everything. And it was just, she's so fascinating as a character, but I really feel like she was probably busted right before release, and they were like, shit, let's just tone down a bunch of stuff and hope it works out. And then that's just kind of the state that she's in. I do think she's good. I just think that I'm bad at the game, so I can't maximize what she needs to do. But like I said, that's where the lack of scrub busting is a problem. So, like Cammy is a scrub buster too, right? You just dive kick at people and then just hit medium punch next to them and medium kick.
Bro, standing fierce? What the fuck?
Right.
That button is ridiculous.
But she was so boring. I mean, the scrub busting factor made her boring. That's the problem. So.
That's fair. I can understand. You've definitely talked about it enough times as to why you don't enjoy current Cammy. And I mean, to be honest with you, even when I was playing fucking Street Fighter V, like, I was like, this character is like, she's just like linear, yet she's like fucking you up at all times.
Yep.
There's very little depth, I guess. The depth is in like your ability to actually play Street Fighter.
Yeah,
is what I felt like.
I'll pick her in training mode, and I stare at the screen, and then I go pick someone else. Like, there's nothing to do. And by the way,
not that bad.
Since this is a national horny day, right? So
yeah, national horny.
So King Vasuki says that I have to have my blondes. No. My kink is blue hair. Okay, my kink is blue hair. So
Felicia.
I'm a fan. I feel you, James.
Felicia, Leona. I think that's why I picked Naoto in Persona. Yeah, I'm into the blue hair, man. So
yo, Leona though. Oh my god.
Leona.
Yeah.
You're both weirding me out right now.
I own a donkey, Brandon. What do you want from me?
You want a what?
I own a donkey. Remember?
Donkey?
A donkey. Dakimakura. A donkey.
Body pillow.
You're speaking a whole other language. Oh, there you go. See, you're over here dropping Daki whatever fucker, but yeah, body pillow, man. I speak
body
English,
pillow, bro.
I was so confused. I thought you were saying donkey. Like, where? Because I do not see a donkey.
I like how you're concerned with not having that talking about it. Like, yeah, I own a donkey. We're talking about waifus and I own a donkey.
Yeah, I was so confused.
Oh man.
Donkey.
No, I own a donkey.
Oh, Jesus.
Of course, I'm talking about waifus right now, bro. It's National Horny Day. We're full power, right?
Exactly. We're allowed to talk about.
My Twitter only has a modicum of my horny power, but like
A modicum.
and I own
You're just adding.
That you just said.
You're just adding to the anime air dasher stigma here, Isaiah. Come on.
Yeah, you're not helping your cause.
Listen, at this point, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, under night players have already.
Yo, speaking of not giving a shit, did you guys see Nicky posted his OnlyFans on his Twitter?
Wait, from KI Nicky?
Like Killer Instinct Nicky, Fulgore Nicky, my old Circa teammate Nicky.
I saw that.
He did what?
I retweeted that shit. He posted his OnlyFans.
I never actually clicked on the link. Is that legitimate horny?
No, it's a real OnlyFans. Yeah, I clicked on the link. I didn't sub. I almost did.
So you don't know if it's legitimate horny content?
No, there was likes and everything on there. Like he had posts and videos. And it shows at the top how many pictures and videos.
In OnlyFans, you don't have to post nudes. You
don't, but.
And I know a good number of people there.
Hold on, man. I'm pulling it back up.
Wait, no, it's okay. I'm trying to sub to it right now. But I mean, I'm trying to look it up right now.
We're all going to Nicky's Twitter, bro.
We are.
Since you're pulling it up, I'll let you pull it up. I can
show it on the stream, James.
I'm trying to find it. I can't find the tweet.
That's only
hold on, man. I'll put it in the chat.
For stream. If the content is safe for stream, then show it on. All right, here we go.
If you don't sub, you can't see anything.
Your favorite e-boy streamer with his Amazon wish list.
Yeah, dude. He has 16 videos, 31 photos.
Hey, man, look. I'm just gonna say this, okay?
I feel like I should sub. I want to know what's there.
If people would actually want to see it, fucking, why not a James Chen OnlyFans, dude? Right? I mean,
do it, James.
Dude, the hustle, right? I mean, seriously, but
I said I was gonna do it on April 1st, and I should have went through with it.
James, you would never get a commentary gig ever again. Ever again. Never again would you commentate Tetris or Street Fighter. You might be able to go commentate some horny games.
Yeah, you can do it in anime games. You're good. You're good to go in anime games, bro.
Dude, yeah, I know, right?
I mean, like dating sims.
They'd welcome me with open arms.
Under Night would be like, "What's up, James? Come on back."
One of us.
Oh man.
Dude, I like am very tempted to sub to Nicky's OnlyFans.
You wanna come play Arcana Heart with me, James?
Some Kuime Enbu.
I feel like Kohime players are not as horny as I would expect.
That's crazy. Because I mean, I know Koibe Embu is like, didn't they just like,
It's waifu romance of the Three Kingdoms.
right? Exactly. Yeah. Which to me is completely wrong because I love
Hiro
romance.
in the chat said that they're gonna sub.
All
Hiro,
right,
let us know. Let us know if there's dongers. If there's live dongers. I have to know. I have to know if Nicky's news.
No. I think Hiro-kun.
That was for the James one.
I think he was talking about my OnlyFans.
Oh, damn it!
Yeah, you're gonna have to do it, dude. You're gonna have to.
I don't want to do it.
Did you get your stimulus check?
No, I haven't got mine.
You have not gotten your stimulus. I haven't gotten
even
my.
If I did, that's like it's $10. Like, it's whatever, you know. But it's like, do I really want to see Nicky's dick that bad? I don't know. I don't think I do, but I also kind of do.
Look, I feel like Nicky would probably send you that content for free.
No way. No, I wouldn't even do that. You support your pals in their endeavors, all right?
That's true. I don't have the steady enough income to subscribe to any of my friends' OnlyFans.
You know what?
Despite the fact that I know people with OnlyFans like personally,
Brandon, you know what you have to do?
Yeah.
You just have to write. You have to create your own OnlyFans, and on the title of the page, you just have to write, "You want to see some shit," and then.
Dude, I still have that picture.
You still.
I still have that.
Do you know about this, Isaiah, dude?
I don't think I do.
Yeah.
All right.
I might.
On the way to Combo Breaker, I drove out with Ben and Marine and Overhaul. I don't know if you guys know him. He's a Alex player.
I know him. He's the one that's in my chat that's always trying to tell me how bad he is.
On Twitter. He's very active on Twitter. But we were driving through Minnesota. We get through Wisconsin. We're on our way to Combo Breaker in Illinois, and we stop at this like truck stop. It's like a family restaurant attached to a gas station, like huge building, but it's a truck stop. And I go into the bathroom. And I just have to take a piss, and I go to the stall because who doesn't like to pee in private? Like if there's a stall or a urinal, I'll always choose a stall, right? So I go into the stall, and there's the biggest fucking shit I've ever seen in my entire life. Like it was like no joke. It was as wide as this bottle. Like it was like a wine bottle. It was so thick. It was like a Nerf football. So I took a picture of it, and I left the bathroom like hysterically laughing, and me and Saltine Ben, oh shit, knocked off my headset. Ben comes up to me, he's like, "What are you laughing at?" I was like, "Dude, go in the bathroom and go in the stall." He's like, "Why?" I was like, "Just trust me, do it." So he goes in there, and I just hear, "Holy shit!" So fast forward to the end of Combo Breaker. We're at the end of Combo, and we're at this table that became known as the fart milk table for a whole different story. But it was me and the boys at the fart milk table, and I showed them the shit picture because nobody believed me how big this shit was. And then Humbag was like, "You know what would be funny? He just walked up to people and said, 'Hey, want to see some shit?' and showed them that picture." So when people are walking by us, I'll be like, "Hey, Flux, for example, want to see some shit?" And he'd be like, "What?" And then show him a picture of the biggest turd of all time in the Wisconsin truck stop. And that is I still have that picture. I just tweeted. I should during Frosty Faustings, I texted that picture to David.
Oh Jesus!
Just to remind him.
Yeah, and the whole time I was just sitting there going, like, Justin Wong came by and he was like, "Yo, Justin, do you want to see some shit?" And I was like, No, you do not want to see some shit, dude. You do not want to see some shit. Oh my god!
You tried to save Justin.
No, Justin cannot be saved. All must see the shit. It's a rite of passage.
So that's what I mean. So you could do that. So you control. You
control. He was not at the time, or maybe Harper had just been born. I don't remember.
You control the entire OnlyFans world by doing that. No, $10 to see some shit, dude.
Dude, I'm gonna make it OnlyFans. Fuck it. I'm pulling my dick out on the internet.
I mean, you know, sometimes you gotta make a little cash. Like that's just how it be.
Hey, dude, I remember, I think it was at Canada Cup or something. You know, I was talking to Maureen, and you know, we were talking about, you know, being a streamer as a girl and all that stuff like that. And I was like, fuck, if I could pull out my cleavage and make people watch, I would 100% do that, dude. Like,
yeah, she refuses to do that though. Like,
I mean,
she will not be a titty streamer.
yeah, I mean, good on her, right? But
Yeah,
I mean, like,
it's cool.
I'm just saying, like, I was talking about it from the context that, you know, guys get mad at titty streamers. But fuck, if guys could do it, like, they 100% would.
Yeah, that's what
Bro,
I mean.
all right, okay. Even if guys couldn't do it, how the fuck are you gonna get mad at somebody pulling their titties out and showing them free? Like, I don't understand. Like, I really don't get it. Like,
Yeah.
Well, because you
Yeah.
know what's going to happen is they're going to become mods in their chat, and they're going to do all this stuff, and they think that they're gaining some sort of relationship with them, you know, and
okay, that's their fault for being dumb.
yeah,
And
but you know how that is.
I should rephrase my previous statement about getting mad about somebody pulling out their titties and showing them for free. Consent is very important.
Mm-hmm.
However, when you go to that Twitch stream, you are consenting to seeing those tits. That's all I'm saying. Because when you go to a Twitch stream, you consent to see whatever the hell is going on in that Twitch stream. I feel like, but
That's their stream. As long as they're not violating TOS, it's on you.
yeah. So like, but again, so if somebody walks up randomly on the street and shows you titties and you don't want to see that, you know, that's not a good thing, right? Like, of course you're gonna get mad at that if you don't want to see that. But if you are consenting to free cleavage, I just don't understand why you're mad about it. That's all I'm saying.
International Horny Day needs to happen all the time, so we can...
Dude,
So we can just talk about some shit like this.
honestly, it's my everyday life.
It is everyday life. That's why I don't understand why there's a day dedicated to it. Like, so International Horny Day, if you check out like what it's supposed to be about shooting your shot, you know, jumping in that girl's DM and asking for nudes. That's what International Horny Day is.
Where did this even come from? This is the first time I've ever heard of it.
It didn't come from anywhere. It's just some shit people said.
And then
Well,
it
it's
just
gonna be like
right.
International Toy Cat Toe Beans Day or some shit.
Bro,
Dude, that's a day for everything.
Me and somebody else on Twitter were joking about how like next week is fucking casserole day. Like you just talk about casseroles.
Is there
Like,
is that a real thing?
I have no idea, man. I'm just joking about it. Like it
Maybe.
might be.
Just start like hashtag casserole day and everybody's be posting up their fucking casseroles and hot
Like, bro,
dishes.
show me that fucking casserole, baby. You know?
Watch, it'll happen.
We need to have the International See Some Shit Day, dude.
God no, please.
David would lose his mind. That'd be the greatest day of his life.
Dude.
What I was trying to get at with like explaining the story of what International Horny Day was is women get that in their DMs literally every day.
I know.
Literally every afternoon, every night, every 12 seconds. Like it's just yo, when you send in the nudes, like that's like so what you need a whole ass day dedicated to it? Like
I mean, I saw one girl like talking about this that like ever since the quarantine started, she's just been getting DMs from everybody being like, "Yo, how are you doing? Are you okay? I just wanted to check up on you," from like people that she barely even knows, you know? It's like it's weird,
Man,
dude. I don't know.
The Rona has us all big horny, all right?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
if you do not have an outlet to deal with your horniness and you are stuck indoors, it's reaching critical mass for some people. That's all I know.
Why do you think I have my figures, man? My figurines, dude.
Yikes.
Hey, it's I believe it's a hot glue,
Isaiah has
right?
his donkey.
It's hot glue, right? Is what that's called, James? Is hot glue?
What is it? Glue?
Hot glue. It's called hot glue.
Hot glue, Elmer's glue, basically.
No, it's hot glue. That's what it's called.
I didn't know there was an actual term for it.
I mean, you can Google it. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my god. God.
Yes.
I will never ever be able to use a hot glue gun ever again.
I ruined your life, I know.
You ruined crafting for James.
Oh man.
James used to love woodworking and using his hot, and no longer.
Dude, when I was in elementary school, I would always use a hot glue gun in those you know, outside of class like project, you know,
Fuck
places.
gave an elementary school kid a hot glue gun.
Dude,
His
I mean,
parents apparently.
seriously, in my elementary school, we had this thing called AE, Academic Acceleration or Excellence or something like that.
Arcade edition in elementary school.
Arcade
Why
edition.
were you playing
We had arcade edition.
Fire One?
But yeah, we would go there and we would make puppets and we would make put on plays and make costumes and stuff like that. And so we would just put on shows for the rest of the kids in the school and everything. And it's weird because I've always been an introvert, but even then I would always try to get the lead role because I was the best at memorizing lines and I would like to do voices and stuff like that. And so I did all that stuff anyway. So it kind of makes sense that I ended up being in the commentary field like I am. And so it's weird. It's so completely counterintuitive to wanting to being as big of an introvert as I am, but there just must be something about it that's like some weird outlet or something like that,
All right, so let's cut to the chase here, James. OnlyFans when?
What's that?
OnlyFans when?
What are we gonna do? What do you think?
My OnlyFans, you mean?
Yeah.
My
James at Chen OnlyFans.com/jchensor.
Yeah, /jchensor.
So wait, you mean when? I mean,
when are we getting it?
I mean, are you sure it doesn't already exist somewhere?
I am pretty sure, yeah. I would, if I was a betting man, I would bet the top dollar that I had that you do not have an OnlyFans.
Man. Yeah, I know it'll all be just cat pics. It'll just be all pics of me rubbing the cat's bellies.
Idea.
I think from what we know about everyone, I think Brandon would definitely have an OnlyFans already. Before either of us, I feel like.
Yeah, I think so. If one of us had an OnlyFans, it would definitely be Brandon.
I mean, I'm very sex positive, all right?
Yo, I'm
Year 2020. But no, I mean, I could never do commentary ever again. That's the truth. Somebody would out me.
Yeah.
For sure. Somebody would screenshot my Chatterbait or my OnlyFans. But that's the fat commentator guy. I'm from on Twitter. And then I would never get hired again.
Oh,
man, dude. I'm sorry you can no longer get those League of Legends gigs. I just
couldn't get any of them, man.
I mean, honestly, though, it's crazy, though, because, if you did have an OnlyFans, is that kind of a thing that's, I guess it would be kind of against it because it is mature content and you don't want someone with mature content represented?
If you're making enough money, it might not matter, right? It just replaces content.
Yeah, that's fair. If I was making thousands doing it, I'd be like, all right, bet. But I don't think I would. I don't think there's that much of a market for me.
I think it really sucks that that's so stigmatized actually is the sexual content from people and then not being able to do something non-sexualized as if they can't be separate, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. But,
it's always funny because violence is so accepted in America. People talk about this all the time that violence is okay. Sex is so taboo, whereas in Europe, sex is whatever over there. But it's always funny because I always felt one's about killing people, the other's about making people. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
One is about love and
right.
It's very backward.
I'm just saying, Mortal Kombat is one of the more prosperous video game franchises that has existed in America.
Dude,
and there are very little adult video games these days.
It's crazy because I want to I want to be more into Mortal Kombat, but I can't. The violence is just it was starting around, I think, MK10, where the fatalities started getting to a point where I was becoming actually physically uncomfortable with them, Yeah,
they were too realistic looking.
Yeah.
There was one that was really physically uncomfortable for me when MK came out. Oh, it was fucking Johnny Cage when he does the face slam one until your skull is exposed or whatever, right? Somebody cut together him versus Cassie.
Oh yeah,
right?
see?
And so they're they have their intro where they're how they're father and daughter or whatever the fuck, right? And then somebody immediately cuts to that fatality. And that just made me super uncomfortable. Thinking about the father just fucking
dude, that's the part that
of his daughter.
I can't get over.
Yikes.
me and David talked about it on the Tuesday show before, and like one of the things that we started joking with the chat is like they should have just had it so when you entered a fatality against your relative, like Johnny Cage would go dun dun dun, and then he'd sit down next to her and be like, "You're doing good, just keep up and like keep practicing." And then someone in the chat says that it would be called contextuality. Contextuality, you know? I mean,
it's so weird because like I don't think I've ever felt super uncomfortable about any of the Mortal Kombat fatalities until I saw that.
Yeah.
And like that one just fucks with me super. I don't know why.
I mean,
like,
the other thing too, I've always said that one of the reasons why I think Mortal Kombat's not as bad. I mean, I don't know if it's just me or if everybody else kind of feels this way, but like all the characters in Mortal Kombat are kind of douchebags, right? They're all jerks. But like, if you actually like, let's say you tried to make a Darkstalkers game and they tried to make it violent and they had like dismembering everybody, like I don't think I would feel comfortable with watching like BB Hood and like Felicia getting dismembered and stuff like that. You know, they get cut in half right now and they get like, you know, stuff happens, but it's all very cartoony violence. You know, it's very different. I don't think I'd want to see someone like actually getting fatality because I actually care about those characters.
That's why, like, slightly more recent Sam Show games, the one with actual, like, limbs, like, coming off and stuff, were, like, weird, I guess, because, like, most of those characters, like, I thought of as, like, regular-ass people and not, like, assholes. But, like, Nakaruru, dude, getting her fucking arm chopped off, like...
Yeah, I know.
Coming, right? Don't run up on Genjiro.
She's, like, 12 years old, bro. Like,
well, fucking, with a hawk and a knife.
A hawk and a knife.
Yeah, if a fucking 12-year-old ran up on me with a giant knife and a hawk, I'm gonna kick her ass. Like a 12-year-old can't kill you with a hawk and a knife.
I'm just saying, dude, if somebody comes at you with a knife, fighting back is like, you just need to run. Like, it's a bad fucking idea.
It's so fun.
Not if you're Genjiro is a fucking katana. Guess what?
That's Genjiro. I'm talking about real life, bro.
Dude,
even a 12-year-old might be afraid of a knife.
Yeah, and then Genjiro sees this maniac 12-year-old running up on him with a rabies hawk. She's gonna get a limb cut off.
The funniest thing about this is we're talking about this is like we've seen Nakaruru. She's been in like a million games and it feels very normal. But as soon as you described a 12-year-old with a pocket knife running at you with a hawk, it just sounded like the dumbest thing ever.
That's scary.
Once you give credence to the details, it really becomes very different.
Because, yeah, if I saw a little 12-year-old Japanese girl running at me with a pocket knife and a hawk on her arm, I would freak the hell out.
Yeah, that's scary shit.
My God.
If she loses a leg, that's her fault. She'll be tried as an adult.
Like I said, I know you have good reactions, Brandon. I think I was talking about that on my stream when you...
Somebody on that video, I had commented on that video that I linked in here, like, I think this is our 4th episode, isn't it, by the way?
I think so, yeah. 4th episode.
Wow, look at us. Who'd have thought?
Because the first episode, we were all like, oh, pack it up, we fucked up, James.
Yeah, it's over. But yeah, anyway, so I commented on that video. I was like, oh, hey, that's me. Because, like, some people, like, mentioned they knew me from the FGC and stuff. Mm-hmm. And some fucking clown shoe commented on the video. Because I had told people, I asked, like, is it real? And I was like, yeah, I thought it was real, blah, blah, blah. Some clown shoe's like, bullshit. Every last one of you has a microphone on. And I, like, went on YouTube.com and I was replying to him, like, you listen here, you little shit. Like, everyone was mic'd up because we thought we were all going to be on a television show, you moron. But
yeah, exactly.
Right.
I just didn't even bother sending it. I was like, you know what? This guy is so stupid. I'm just going to let him have this one. Like, he very rarely has a victory in his life, so I'm just not even going to respond. I'll let him have this one.
If you didn't think you were going to be on some sort of television show, whether it be Fear Factor, Cheaters, or
that whole preface wouldn't have worked.
Like, yeah, exactly. How would you have been set up? Like,
that whole preface wouldn't have worked.
Exactly.
It's just like, it's like fucking punked. Like, how else would they have gotten him to be?
It was like all he watched was the tackle, and then that was it. He just saw the tackle. Mm-hmm. It was like, there's no way. Didn't see any of the backstory. I was like, you know what?
You know, if that's how he did it, then I guess I could understand why he'd be confused.
I'm just assuming, because there's no other way. If you see backstory is very obvious why everyone.
Yeah.
Dude,
If you've ever seen a Fear Factor episode, like,
Yeah, or television.
or any of those, yeah, exactly. Like if you've seen Cheaters or Punked or
Right.
fucking like any of that shit, like,
Yeah. Where was I going with before that? We got real distracted. I was talking about something.
dude, we have gone through 16 different topics.
I know,
30
right?
Seconds. Like,
We were talking about something before I went
It all
to the-
started with, let me interrupt you. I'm going to fuck up Mike Ross. And then it just kind of went from there. So
How are we going to time? You asked us to help with timestamps. How are we going to timestamp this, James?
I don't know.
There's 50 different segues.
That's the hardest part. Dude, that's why I'm so bad. Like, that's why I make David timestamp all the Tuesday shows. I don't know how he does it, dude. Like, he's every time
Make David timestamp this.
I honestly don't think we can timestamp this series because every single episode has just been a mishmash of like what we do. Because like we'll start talking about fucking one thing and then immediately we'll, you know, like maybe 2 seconds later we'll
Right.
switch the topic because it's pertinent to whatever we're talking about, and then we'll go back. So we have to like timestamp it so that it's oh yeah, we were talking about Obama to
Right, yeah.
Killer Instinct.
Like-
okay, now it's about Obama playing Killer Instinct.
Part
Yeah.
2, you know.
Have you been playing KI?
I have not been playing KI yet.
I was talking about like Barack Obama, not Majo Obama.
Oh,
Sorry.
damn. I was talking about Majin. The real Obama. The Obama that matters in my life.
I mean that's fair. Like I you know I get it.
Oh, man.
Why does he hate StrIVe so much?
Cause it's different, Guilty Gear, like by a large margin. You know, he's probably
Is it
I
real
can
hate or is it
justify.
is it real hate or is it just kind of like
I mean, the way he talks about it, it seems like it.
okay.
I feel like I shouldn't give like an explanation on that because I don't know for sure. Probably talked about it on something, right? Like I know they have like YouTube videos on Anime Illuminati and shit, or maybe he said it on his own stream, stuff like that. Shouldn't put words. Basically, I'm just thinking I shouldn't put words in his mouth.
Put words in his mouth, coward. Do it. Start a fight.
Look, bro, I can't believe Brandon fucking said he hates Majin Obama. That's crazy.
Treat him like he's Kyle P.
I was gonna do the same. Thank you. We've got the Kyle P reference down for this episode. Does Kyle P even know we talk about him in this stream all the
I have
time?
no idea. Have
He
you guys
probably
told
doesn't even know this podcast exists.
It's probably true.
It depends on if you guys told him. Like,
Yes, why you guys, you viewers out there, all these things and letting Kyle P know how much about Plague hates him.
Yeah. I need to just get
I
a
don't think
pic.
it's real.
I need
I
to get
know,
a
that's the
picture
best
of
part.
Kyle
That's the
P
worst
and just
part.
like put it on the stream the entire time, and Kyle P will just be like, "What the hell? Why is my face on this podcast?"
No, dude, like I said, I'm telling you, James, we're gonna get in touch with Kyle, and we're gonna bring him on, and Isaiah's not gonna have any idea.
I know, like when I first brought this up, I thought that was gonna be like what was gonna eventually happen was that you guys would just like sneak him in somehow. Like he just like shows up. He's just like gets in the Discord
that's
call. Like,
going to happen.
Oh my god.
I'm fully prepared.
Are you though?
I just feel like it's not gonna be as climactic and like funny as people expect it to be. That's all.
Hey, look, I'm working with him again this weekend on a Teppen thing, so I'll see if I can, you know.
Is he doing commentary?
No, he plays.
He's playing
Oh,
in a,
okay.
He was like
Yeah,
number.
one of the
gonna
best
say-
Tekken players.
I was gonna say, man, Kyle's a nice guy, but I don't imagine him doing commentary.
Oh
No,
yeah.
no. He's definitely done commentary.
Has he?
I can level 3 commentary.
What?
Myself and Kyle P on the mic together.
Wow.
Even
So
though you
hated
hate him? Even though you hate him?
That's crazy. You put your hate aside. You are a consummate professional, EB. You put your hate aside to work with Kyle. That's crazy. I'm so impressed.
No, I mean, no, honestly though, Kyle P was like, you know, the game has a ranking ladder, and, you know, people take it very
Yeah, he was,
seriously.
like, number 2, right?
Yeah, he was number 2. Because in Teppen, when you rank high, you get ranking points through the seasons, and every once in a while they'll throw the big tournament, and it's the players who have the most ranking points that get to go to that event to win big money. So it's a real thing, and it's weird. I had to learn that because one season I was playing it, and everybody was just abusing the top tier tech, and I was just like, fuck all these people, like they're all frauds or whatever like that. And then someone had to point out to me, like, there's real money on the line for this shit. And I was like, I guess that makes a little more sense because, you know,
I'm okay. Even if there's not real money on it, James, it's like telling the fucking Johnny player that they're fraud. What are you talking about?
But I do that.
Why?
I mean,
the win.
Have you heard how I talk about Honda in Street Fighter 5? I mean, come on, dude. Like, fuck that character.
It's a video game tournament, James.
I call people frauds all the time.
To win the game. That's it.
I yell about characters all the time.
Like telling a fucking speedrunner. Oh, no. Here, I'll say it. Famous James Chen Tetris commentator terms that he can understand. That's like telling somebody if they fucking T-spin that like they're a fraud or something.
Yeah,
like
facts. How dare you use techniques that have been proven to be effective?
I'm just saying,
because those characters.
Like this is a topic that like upsets me honestly. Is when people like go, how could you ever pick a top tier character?
It's
like,
not just the top tier character. It's not just the top tier character. It's fucking brainless. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, there's a lot of top tiers that are brainless, James. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's where I get offended. Like, if you play top tier characters that actually require like strategy and skill and beat me, that's one thing. But when you're like fucking playing like Honda or like some stupid Yan Lee deck back in the previous season, then you know, screw that, dude.
Yeah, but what if, you know, your character's top tier, but they also win by being fair? Like, I wouldn't call the top tier, well, most of the top tiers in Grand Blue unfair right now. They're just really, really strong at doing normal-ass shit. Like Gran and Catalina and Jita, and they're just strong because they're strong, not because they're, like, overtly cheap.
See, I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad. I'd be okay with
it. So you just so you wouldn't be mad at losing the Cap
about that.
Who can do 60% off a fucking random anti-air. But if a Lancelot beats you because he fucking mixes your shit up, then you get mad. Then they're a fraud. Unfair judgment, James. Unfair.
I feel like we just need to watch James stream a fighting game that like and just
do
see
all
what
the
he starts
time.
raging at.
Dude,
I watch James rage and I tell him that he's being a big baby.
He watches me all the time. He's always in my Street Fighter 5 streams where I'm just like yelling about fucking characters all day. Oh my god.
I love hearing you get mad. Your takes when you're pissed off, you sound so scrubby. I love it. I love it.
Yo, scrub quotes James Chen?
Yeah, dude. Seriously, man. So James played against some Zangief who won and done him, which was hilarious to begin with. But the Geef just did Geef stuff, and James is going off about why would he do that there? Why I can't? He's just doing Geef stuff. He's just doing like tick grab into SPD. And I think James tried to jump one time. He caught him with air SPD. He just got geefed, but James was going off. It was fantastic.
It's because that fight sucks, man. That fight is so annoying.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not, but
that fight sucks so badly, dude. Ugh.
God. Flashbacks of fucking Soul versus Pot.
But see,
Soul's
Pot
trying
like
to get into his face, and then Pot's like, "No, this is a bad idea, bro. Don't get in my face."
Dude, Pot was like
exactly
fucking dude. That character. Back in, I think it was Slash or whichever one it was, like Pot was like the fun killer, dude. It was crazy. Like
Accent Core was a really strong version for
Pot. That was the one where he had the suction on the 2S and the juggle off of slide head, basically, right?
I think he had suction on 2S for a number of versions,
but
actually.
Which one was the one where they gave him
Which
one was the one that gave him the combo off of the slide head? Like he could pick you up off the slide.
I'm pretty sure it's Accent Core.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was Accent
Core. Yeah, because that was the one.
Character was the terror.
That was the one where Potemkin. So the guy that I played Guilty Gear with all the time, me and him would play Guilty Gear all the time, and like I would just go into his house, and it's so funny too because like both of us would get mad at each other's characters and like get really pissed off, but like we got mad very differently. You know, obviously Brandon's seen it. I just yell and complain about everything. And he just gets really quiet. So, like, literally, like, I'm just yelling and he's not saying anything because he hates Johnny so much at this point. But, like, both of us loved Potemkin, but we would never play him because he was so good. And, like, he just, like, killed the fun, dude.
Like, why?
What? How does that kill the fun?
He wasn't even the best character in the game. Like,
You old timers.
It was kind of like in Super Turbo too. When Super Turbo first came out, one of my first main characters was Honda, because I was a big Honda guy. And then when me and my brother played, when either of us played Honda, we couldn't kill him. Like, neither of us could win because Honda was just like so good. And so both of us stopped playing Honda, and then I started playing other characters, and then eventually I learned to hate Honda because he destroys my character. So
can you play like Boxer or fucking Claw? Like,
I've played Claw. I do play Claw. I still remember there was one season at Wednesday Night Fights, because everyone there played Super Turbo, but they're all okay. They're not great, but the worst problem was nobody would pick top tier. Nobody played Old Sagat. Nobody played Claw. Nobody played anything. So I was like, if you guys want to be good at this game, you're going to have to learn how to beat this character. So I picked Claw for a whole season, and I just destroyed everybody, dude, because the character's so broken. And I was like, you got to learn to fight this character, dude. Otherwise, it's just not going to happen. So...
yeah, Claw's pretty fucked up. I've experienced that shit firsthand. I was just like, why?
You want brain dead
man,
busted.
All fundamentals. There's nothing busted in ST.
That's the funniest
all
argument
fundamentals.
I've ever heard. I love it when people say that shit. They're like, yeah, ST was such a good, like, fundamental game, and then, like, I have people like fucking Young show up playing goddamn Claw, fucking people running around playing goddamn Boxer, fucking, oh, I just got thrown, it's over.
Yep. Dude, no, I mean, like, it's funny because, as much as I love Super Turbo, God, that game is, like, so glitchy and unbalanced, and, like, there's so much wrong with the game, but I just love it too much for me to ever really, be mad at it. And that's the thing, right? Like, I can complain about a game forever. I mean, sometimes I do. You can ask all my Super Turbo friends how often I go on Cammy rants about how mad I am about how bad she is. Still my favorite game. So there you go, right there, Brandon. That's me in Street Fighter V right now. Like, I'm mad, but clearly I still enjoy the game in a weird way.
Dude, okay, real talk. I'm sorry, James. You're gonna be upset that I said these words in a sentence in succession.
Let me get ready.
I fucking hate Super Turbo. I think this game is like the epitome of fucking stupid. Like,
dude,
I played stupid anime games, right? Like, I play like crazy, like wild anime games. Those are the games that like I'm known for and shit. And like, I hate Super Turbo. If I think Super Turbo is bullshit, I played Level 3. I played fucking.
Look, I'll tell you this. I saw a Street Fighter 4 player, because you know how it always is. Everyone always hates the previous and whatever, and whatever stuff like that. So I saw a Street Fighter 4 player talk about Super Turbo, and like, what the fuck is wrong with this game? Like, you can't, like, there's no, like, real hit confirms. There's none of this. Like, he was naming all this stuff, and it was just talking so much shit about it. And, like, all these Super Turbo people were trying to defend it, and I walked in, and I was like, yeah. I was like, that's fair. I mean, like, I'm not going to argue with any of that shit, dude, because the game is busted as fuck. But I love it, dude. I love how busted it is because, it's one of those games that, like, you can this is why I'm so mad about uppercuts, but, like, you just fucking uppercut someone and you feel like a god in that game. Like, you've never felt that good in a game when you can uppercut someone all of a sudden. And keep in mind, too, that a lot of these uppercuts are fucking safe. And so it's like, why would you be proud for landing an uppercut in this dumb situation, but like, you still feel like a god, dude. If I do stand light kick SPD, I just feel like a god. It just feels so great. Oh, man.
I remember when I first learned that I could just like wake up DP. I think it's I can't remember which version of Ryu it is, but it's like wake up fucking DP, and I'm just like, oh, did you block it? Sick.
Oh, man. Yeah, fucking unblockables in that game, too.
yeah. That kind of shit. It's like, all right, so the frame's aligned, and now it's an unblockable.
Yep.
Right, that's cool.
It's so funny,
the same
too,
thing
because...
in, like, Marvel 2, it's like, yo, they forgot to put proximity blocks on certain things, so like you actually just can't block this move.
Dude, they actually explained why the unblockables happened like one of the developers actually explained why it happens in Super Turbo, and it's super fascinating because like but the programmer side of me was like, that is sick. That's actually really funny. Basically, it's like they're trying to process the characters on what they're doing, and he thought like it would be unfair if you're always processing one character before the other. So they built in a randomizer to see who they processed first. And so when you did a move that hit on the very first frame, on one frame, so that there was no proximity box to make you block until the very first frame, if you got processed first, you would be like, is there anything to block? Oh, there's nothing to block, so I'm not going to go into blocks then. Let me process the other guy. Oh, he's doing this one frame move. Is he blocking? No. Okay, I'll hit him. And so it was a 50-50 unblockable because if you got processed first, you would be attacking and they'd block. But if the defender got processed first, there was nothing to block, so they'd get hit. It was just like really fascinating. I don't know. I thought it was super cool.
Sounds real dumb.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah, that sounds real frustrating.
Dude, that's why I get mad when people are like, when stuff happens in modern fighting games and they're like, does anybody even test these things? I'm like, oh my God. Like, do you not even know the shit that they'd have to test to figure out half of this stuff, dude?
It's so crazy. This is actually a topic that came up. I don't want to like say anybody's like dumb for asking these questions or anything like that.
Yeah.
RogueYoshi brought this up on Twitter very recently.
I knew you were gonna bring that up.
And I'm, everything I say is not verbatim what he said, but basically, one of his biggest issues was we find, us the players after this whatever it is gets released, we find all these crazy bugs or these exploits of the thing that got released, right?
Right.
And he's like, why don't you just hire like a professional player to do it? And it's like, there's two things there. One, they probably did, or they have in the past, right?
Right.
That's happened before. Professional players have QA'd shit.
Oh, yeah.
That's come up many a time, right?
EDS too.
Another thing is that
got through.
A professional player, one professional player by themselves can have 600 hours of just by themselves time with this game, QAing it. And they might not find this thing. The reason why most people find these things is because we have 70,000 people playing this one fucking video game where we're all doing something and it gives another person an idea, or we're all doing the same thing and we're sharing information and it gets found in like 2 seconds because there's so many of us who can share the information and be like, huh, you did that? I wonder if that applies to this thing I was trying earlier.
Right.
That person wasn't trying earlier, so they couldn't apply it. They couldn't even think to apply it. If you were sitting standalone in a room by yourself trying to do that thing, you would be sitting there focusing on that one thing if nobody told you different. Like,
and plus another thing too is, you've been QA before, so you probably know about test plans and shit. You just have to sit there and throw tech with every character, look at the animation, throw the Manat orb, make sure it goes back to the hand properly, test this menu, test this, that. Like, that's the kind of shit that you end up, it's not like you're sitting there playing games with somebody else having a great time for every single day. This is not how testing works, and it fries your brain. It really does. And it's hard to find a lot of this stuff. It's so random. And the only way to find half of that stuff, like you said, is to have fucking 100,000 people all playing different characters and doing weird shit that you'll never think of, And
then there's also another thing that I forgot to mention. Maybe they did find it in QA testing.
Oh, yeah.
And they couldn't figure out how to fix it.
Yeah.
Right, but it needs to be released, right?
Right.
Or the higher ups decided it was fine to release that.
There you go. That's the other thing I was gonna say.
It's so obscure that no one will probably find this. I mean, one of my favorite stories to tell is one of my friends was one of the combat designers on God of War, and they had designed the game so that they knew the maximum height that Kratos could ever achieve. So they could build everything at a specific height so that would prevent sequence breaks and stuff like that, by doing double jumps into float, into whatever like that. And he found a bug that actually got him higher than that. And he was like, this is really hard to find, and speedrunners will shit themselves if they find it. So he left it in. And I think that's super cool.
Really cool. Yeah, I think some of those things are really cool, and actually, since one of the topics is Guilty Gear, that's actually something that has happened in Guilty Gear time and time again. One of the biggest bugs in Guilty Gear was with Slayer, and it was that his backdash could retain invincibility, and you canceled his special moves. And instead of them taking that bug out, they were like, okay, yeah, this is a bug, but now it's a feature. Yeah, now this is just part of the character. That's one thing that they did. That was so sick to me. They were just like, wait, hold on. This is now just part of the character. Like,
Guilty Gear is...
working as intended.
Yeah, Guilty Gear is famous for that. I mean, the Roman cancel thing might have also come from the dust canceling, where you can carry cancel. Because a sweep, there used to never be a dust button. It was always just kick and slash that you would do the dust and the sweep. And so what people were finding out is if you carry canceled... the sweep into the green blocking, you could basically chain into nothing. So you would basically just like kind of do things like that. Another one, jump install, was never intended. And they left jump install in forever because they were like, actually, this is kind of neat. And now they teach it to you in the trials for chip and stuff like that,
Yeah, it's in Exerd. I don't know if it's in StrIVe yet. I guess we'd have to find out.
Probably not, unfortunately.
Yeah. But the point being is, like, there's so many factors that go into QA testing these bugs and shit like that. It's not as cut and dry as, like, these players are always finding these bugs, and that the developers didn't find.
Right.
There's a good chance they did find them or whatever. They couldn't do anything about them, or the higher ups didn't allow them to change it. There's just so much different shit that people don't, like, get about that. Like, you were mentioning the test plans. I had a test plan for a product that I think I'm still under NDA for, despite the fact it's out. It was a thing that I had a test plan for it. I was only allowed to test it in incredibly specific circumstances.
Yeah.
And I mean fucking incredibly specific. With like...
Say it! Say it! No, I was kidding.
I can't remember if I'm still under NDA for it.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Don't say it. Don't say it.
but yeah, and like, so like, there was one day where I went in, and I hadn't clicked in yet, and I was just playing with the thing, and I found a bug that was outside of the way the test plan worked.
Right.
And I was like, okay, I'll report this or whatever, despite the fact that it's not part of the test plan. And they were like, that's not part of the test plan. And they didn't even look at it. Like, they were like, shit.
Dude, I mean, so I tell the story all the time. It's like, we would always like be trying to ship a product at my company. And it was like, oh, how many of the tests have passed? And it's like, oh, we have like 90% pass. Can you get it to 98? We're like, then delay it, because we need, or what feature are you going to cut? And they're like, no, we need it at 98%. Otherwise we can't certify it to be shipped or whatever like that. And it's just crazy because like you would find bugs that, weren't part of a test plan. And they're like, well, we'd have to create a testing and now we'd lower our numbers. And, it's crazy how annoying software really is. And the bigger the company gets, the harder it is to do these kind of things. That's why, the 13-man staff, French bread is probably going to be able to find, a lot more stuff sometimes than a big old company can, because there's just so many fucking hoops and red tape you got to get through at big companies, man. It's annoying.
Yeah. But I do think it's really cool when games like Guilty Gear are just like, this is a bug, and then we just keep it.
Yeah.
Or they try to figure out a way to implement it. Maybe they works or whatever, but they figure out a way how to implement it.
I mean, look, let's put it this way. They had a whole new engine for Exerd. They had to manually probably program in jump install and all the FD canceling in there. You know what I mean? They probably made sure that worked.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, I'm yawning.
Oh, dude, you falling asleep already? There's so much
No.
Guilty Gear StrIVE to play. I know you were having a lot of fun.
I'm definitely
Back to
not playing that.
screen.
I'm definitely probably gonna go play Gramble after this.
Oh yeah. It's because you don't care about KI, right? You just hate KI. That's what it is.
KI, I love KI. Fantastic game.
Are you saying Brandon feels about KI the same way you feel about Kyle?
You know what? Yes.
KILP.
Yeah, wow, that's pretty good.
KILP.
KILP, exactly. Oh, man.
Yo, speaking of hate, I heard LTG went on a whole
Man, fuck that guy.
transphobic tirade,
Just-
man.
Like fuck that guy.
What the
From
fuck
the
is that
get-go,
about?
like even like it was obvious that like you can't just have a persona like that from even before these days.
I
of him
mean,
doing this
yeah.
shit and acting like that and it be a front. Like there's no way that shit's a front.
Dude, I remember all the way back when the whole this camp thing happened. I immediately was like, this dude sucks. Like,
Yeah.
why are we giving this guy attention?
I mean,
This dude
obviously,
sucks.
we were all happy to see Viscount whoop his ass and everything like that, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, it really kind of just gave him a lot more publicity that way.
It did.
You know, I mean, remember we were doing King of the Hill on ESL, and they invited LTG to come and play on one of the episodes, and a bunch of us just refused to do commentary for it. So, like, I was just like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
So, because I can't, yeah.
I think it's pretty important that a lot of us take a stand versus that kind of thing. I don't know your guys' thoughts about this, but I have a very strong thought about how I'd approach Infiltration playing in an offline tournament, and I have to commentate a match.
James, you have had a commentator's match, haven't you?
I did at Evo Japan. I did, but he started in losers bracket and he went out and won in the first game. So
Yeah, I was in the crowd screaming yes, yes when it happened.
I mean,
So,
let's put it this way: the craziest thing about it was, I've told the story before that the internet tried to cancel me at one point, right? So,
Yeah.
and that was because I had said after Evo US last year, I was like, if I was doing Top 8 Sam Show, I don't know how I would be able to have done that, right? I don't know how I'd be able to commentate that. And then all the Infiltration fans basically dug through my Twitter and tried
That's where your white people tweet came from.
yeah, and then everybody was like super mad at me, and they all tried to cancel me after that, And I was just like,
Good luck.
he was accused. Why wouldn't I feel this way? Like,
Right.
like
he was convicted. He wasn't just accused.
Right, he's
this-
convicted.
he
Yeah,
was
yeah,
found
yeah.
guilty in a court of law. Like,
In a country where they generally favor men in
Yep.
that type of regard.
that most women don't ever do anything because they almost never win.
there are video recording. I mean, not video, audio
Yeah.
of him.
I mean, obviously
For
that
some
audio
reason, his
recording.
fans find ways to loophole it as like, oh, no, that's all like, that totally is not like admissible or whatever the fuck, like that kind of shit. Like, I know exactly what I'm going to say, if it ever happens, because he plays Grand Blue.
All right.
So that is that's the first game that I played and wanted to commentate that Infiltration also does. And it's basically like a really nonchalant thing, but essentially I would just always address him as convicted domestic abuser, like Infiltration. Like whenever I would want to say his
Right.
name, I would just say the whole title, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
commentate it normally, but never let anybody forget.
Yeah, it's such a frustrating situation because, like, if I did that at Evo Japan, would I have gotten in trouble? You know what I mean? Like,
Probably.
that's
I
the
think
thing,
absolutely.
Probably.
I think and the fact that like we think that you probably would speaks volumes
Yeah,
to certain people.
yeah.
Is all I'm saying.
It's just like it's tough. It's one of those like annoying situations that I just really kind of wish would just go away.
It won't, though.
Yeah. That's the
It
problem.
would have if Infiltration had decided to be a better person about it, right? Like
Right.
to attempt to make amends, like be a better person afterwards.
Own up to
But
it,
instead,
deflecting and not taking ownership on what he did.
He not only did he deflect and not take ownership, but he used his fan base specifically to attack his wife afterwards on social medias.
Yep.
And anybody talking shit about him afterwards.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's the thing that bothers me the most, was that when he finally tried to come back, the first stream he did was the drag her through the mud stream. You know, here's all my evidence, and she's crazy, and blah blah blah, all these kind of things. And that didn't sit well with me at all. Like that doesn't like, you know, if you were like one of those like TV shows where the interrogators can just like figure out that's guilty behavior to me. I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. So
yeah, it's shitty.
And it also takes I don't know if you know this, but it takes quite a lot of force to bruise a wrist.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And if he was very nonchalantly or grabbing wrists or whatever, it would not have been bruised. That's
Mm-hmm.
like the people are claiming basically.
I mean,
so I know I brought up quite a downer of a situation, but I think it's really important.
I mean, to be fair, I'm the
us.
one who brought up LTG.
Yeah.
I think it's important for us as figureheads for when someone comes up like LTG, to be, when they're incredibly transphobic or whatever, or, misogynistic, depending on who it is and what they've done, to really, like, call out that behavior.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, if, again, there's the ability to make up for certain things. You can definitely reprimand yourself and become a better person, like at a like it depending on what you've done. You know what I mean?
Right.
And people can accept you again. It takes time, but definitely not if you're just doubling down on it and be like, no, I'm not bad, I swear to God. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
The other person that, like, is the bad person kind of deal.
No, yeah, he was never playing a character. That was always him. Anybody saying otherwise is stupid, to be,
and
like, to be blunt.
I mean, honestly, it's just, even if you're playing a character, like, it's not like anyone is directing you or trying to, you know what I mean? It's not like...
Yeah, you're making the choice to play that type of person.
Yeah, you're making the choice to play
says a
that
lot
kind
about
of thing.
yourself.
And not only that, it's just so natural. I mean, it's just like the what was it, the NASCAR driver just recently who...
Yeah. Yeah, Kyle whatever.
Yeah,
Not
I mean,
Kyle
just...
P.
I'm gonna tell you, Kyle P would never.
Yeah,
Never.
yeah. I mean, it's just one of those things, right? Like, you say, oh, that was a moment of weakness, I shouldn't have said that or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But, like, you said it because it's easy to say, because
It's in your vernacular before
Right.
that. It's not just like a heat of, like, the moment sort of thing. You say that at points if you've
Right.
already said it, if you're gonna get angry and then say it.
And
like,
if you know that it's not the right thing to say, like when I commentated, I used to use particularly triggering words, for commentary. That's what everybody did, even as recent as Marvel
That's true.
3. Even as Marvel 3, when someone's getting destroyed, you remember what we used to say, right?
yep, there's
Yeah.
an R word.
Yeah, exactly. And the funny thing is, as soon as I realized I should stop that, like, there was no point that it almost accidentally came out of my mouth again, and I've never missed it.
Right.
It's like when I realized it was the wrong thing to say, that was it. It was gone, and that was it. It was like the one time way back when I was still at Symantec, one of my coworkers was gay. And we hung out, we went to lunch all the time and everything like that, and we were just talking about something, and I was getting mad at something, and I literally said, I hated that thing, it's super gay or something like that, and I said that, and I just looked at him and was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. He was like, no, dude, I totally understand. He's like, it's fine. And then from then, I've never said that again. Like, it's just like, as soon as I realized it was wrong, it's gone. That's it. I've just never said it again. There's so many ways to say so many things, because I've had people get mad at me when it first happened that I said I was going to stop using that word, and people would get mad at me. They're like, why are you letting people control your language? It's part of our scene. It's part of our vernacular. And I was like, well, then I'm going to stop making it part of our scene.
Right, yeah. I'm changing the culture, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
It's still a part of the R word is still part of certain subsects of the the Smash community.
Yeah.
And there's also another F word pertaining to homosexual people. That a lot of people say and stuff like that. And back when I was a Smash player still, there was one particular friend whom we literally could not get to stop saying it. No matter what we did. It didn't make any damn sense. And he was like, this, this gay person I know doesn't care that I say it, and I don't mean it directed towards, gay people.
Right.
And it's like, well, okay, that's one person, right? Like, okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Some people are like your friend was okay with you saying like, oh, I hate it, it's so gay or whatever, right? But that doesn't mean that all of people are okay with that, right?
Yeah, it's not how that works, man.
And yeah, there's just a bunch of shit like that. So it's just making people feel like they can exist without fear is so incredibly important.
It's just, I mean, honestly, it's just like, just be respectful to other people. This is, it's weird how people get mad when, you ask them to do something that's just respectful to other people. Hey, stop saying this word because people can get offended. No, I want to keep. I mean, like what?
Yeah,
like what?
I want to keep being an asshole.
Yeah, I don't understand why you have to be so defensive about it. Like,
right. Yeah, exactly.
It's like like you guys always like tease the Kyle situation, but that's like one of the reasons why I beat myself up over the Kyle P situation so much. Is because like I felt like a douchebag about it. I was like, wow, that was like really uncouth. Like that's not okay.
I mean, honestly, we joke about it because obviously we know you kind of feel bad about it. So.
All right. Speaking of not okay though, look at this.
What is
I didn't do it. It wasn't me. Is it?
I just put it in the chat. Look at that link, everyone.
I'm scared of what this is.
Oh god.
Speaking of not okay, holy shit!
May kill Chip from one hit. I'm willing to bet this is what happens. Oh, dude, Soul does something similar. Soul does that amount of damage to somebody else. Hold on, let me see if I can find this shit. He almost killed somebody.
75% 4 hits.
Let me see if I can find it.
That was button into sweep into super. But I mean, Chip has always taken a lot of damage, right?
Sure, but I mean, even if it's not Chip, like a normal size health bar would take 50% at least there.
Oh,
That's
man.
nutty.
Okay, I think I found it. Hold on.
Oh man. Yeah, they definitely did lower the
slash and then like killing May.
Like they definitely need to lower the damage just a little bit. Damn, you're just like cracking up.
No, they need to raise the damage.
Okay, here.
I want to hit 2 buttons and kill you.
I'm putting this in chat. I'm putting this shit
I
in
mean,
chat.
you know what the funny thing is? 2 buttons and kill you is actually a lot of fighting games these days, dude. Like, hit into mix and you're dead, dude.
So like his soul doing close slash and then almost killing.
Wow. Wow. All right, I'm doing it. Let's do it. I'm about it.
So you have to. Okay, so one thing I want you to take from the video is notice how much damage he did before the super, and then notice what damage Tyrant Rave ended up doing. No. There's no reason for him to fucking Tyrant Rave there.
No, yeah.
You could just get your knockdown and be good. Like you're like, all right, one more hit and you're fucking done, buddy.
Yeah. I'm trying to put this on stream over here, but I keep blocking the our Discord videos here. So
put that in XSplit or OBS. Put the Chrome window as the highest priority thing, so that you don't have to change anything below that.
Wait, what do you mean?
If you're talking about the Chrome window, right?
On your highest scene.
Yeah, the highest scene in that collection of scenes.
Oh
god, he's having an old man moment.
Oh man.
I don't know what you're talking. I mean, I don't know if you know what I'm talking, because I'm just trying to move.
You're trying to put the video on the screen, right?
Right. I'm trying to move XSplit away where I can actually still select screen capture smart selection. But the problem is that if I move it over to the other monitor that I have, then I end up blocking us off of the Discord, and so we disappear.
That's okay. I mean, you're gonna play the video anyways.
Right.
I was trying to tell you to do it a
James
different way, but
Yeah, Isaiah was just trying to tell you to put Chrome on top of everything.
so that everybody could see the video. And because like it's fine that like we can't be seen because we're trying to be looking at this video anyway.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Okay. Well,
But it doesn't matter because you're already there. Like
you're gonna see
Too
some,
late now, James.
you
You've
see
done it.
weird mirroring over here. So
You've done it. What are you doing with what is? You know what? I don't even want to.
I like he's like
I'm
doing this
looking
the
at this
hardest way
screen,
possible.
yeah.
We're gonna teach you how to use like what do you use XSplit or OBS?
I use OBS.
James streams on a Mac.
I don't stream on a Mac anymore.
You used to. Oh, okay. You used to.
Yeah, that
look at
stopped
this
like
fucking video,
that
guys.
stopped like 6 years ago.
Oh, okay.
This was off of close slash off of a blocked normal.
Yeah, you're right. That super did like nothing, dude.
Yeah, Super did nothing.
So anything you use to break the wall, I think doesn't really do much damage, right? That's what I've seen so far. That could just be a combo scaling thing in this particular instance, but I could be wrong. I think it's the wall break thing. Also, if you try to do something that doesn't break the wall, but like tries to extend the hit stun, the opponent falls straight to the ground. I've noticed if they're in the about to break the wall state.
Right. But I'm like, there's literally like no. It's not like one of those full resource kind of things. It's just he starts.
Very little guard gauge crank. Very little guard gauge crank. I would just like.
That's
This is
crazy.
a very real situation in match.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna happen a lot. It's gonna happen a lot.
They're gonna adjust the game for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Because we're going to be like tweeting all this dumb shit that, in this beta, right? And they're gonna be like, oh, we didn't know about that,
Right.
Like, and that brings us back to them.
Or they did know about it and they're just like, whatever, it's a beta, go nuts.
Or they want it to be that high damage. I mean, they clearly have seen Potemkin doing one pot buster to Chip and doing like 70% of his life, right? I mean, like.
Okay, but that's like Chip getting pot bustered. To be fair,
Right.
I feel like we've seen that a number of games. I'm gonna see this
sorry.
pot buster video. I haven't actually watched it.
Oh, there's a pot. There's another. Okay, let me see. Sorry, I had turned down the
Oh,
volume.
it's Heavenly Pot Buster. So he did the basic Heavenly Pot Buster combo. It was close line.
Whoa. You alright there?
Oh, Jesus.
Put that shit on the stream right now.
Oh my God. Apologies to all the people that are listening to this through podcast, you know, but oh man.
Fucking watch this shit video. Watch this shit as a video instead of a podcast when you watch this, people. 'Cause just this episode. You don't have to watch the other ones like that. Just this one.
This
You
is
just lost your
ridiculous.
shit out of nowhere. I'm just like scrolling through Twitter, listening to the comments.
It's not on Twitter. It's in the chat.
Well, no, I was talking about right now what I was doing, then all of a sudden.
This shit is so good. This is the normal ass combo to Heavenly Pot Buster.
Yeah,
But
I
it's
know,
close
right?
as 2H Heavenly Pot Buster. Okay?
/2H Heavenly Pot Buster.
There was a little bit of guard gauge cranked. I would like to point that out. So, you know, he took extra damage because of that.
He killed!
No, he didn't.
It's one pixel.
Just about.
He had the Marvel 3 Magic Pixel.
What the Why? Why is that a thing?
He had about not 50% of the risk gauge cranked. Yeah, like the person said in the chat. So if you don't know what the risk gauge does, Brandon, it essentially you do more damage while that is cranked,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like for each hit until it goes down, up until a certain point where every hit becomes a counter hit. I don't know if that's the case in StrIVe. The counter hit mechanic might be completely gone. I don't know, but so the first 2 hits did more damage, or all the hits did more damage because it's. Oh shit! Tony figured it out. Okay, the way risk is that anything over 0, then negative risk is what scales the damage.
Oh, wow.
That's fucked up. That's why everything does so much damage.
So, in other words, if you have risk pumped up, nothing is scaled ever? Holy crap.
Yeah. So if you have, even if you have 30% of risk, right? Which in other Guilty Gears wouldn't really mean a lot, right? It would do extra damage, right? But it wouldn't be that much.
Right.
But it only scales the combo if it's negative risk, and negative risk comes out when you're in the middle of a combo once you've expended all the
right.
risk.
That's ridiculous.
So how does risk build? Just from blocking shit?
Yeah, you block shit.
Yeah. Oh, is
and
that
so
how...
that was one of the big issues about the UI, right? Before this version of the UI came out, is there was no indicator of risk gauge.
It was just impossible to see.
Well, okay, I thought there was no fucking risk gauge indicator, all right? So that's how bad it was.
Yes.
So that's by the way a big point of contention. If you look at that old UI, you couldn't tell like how fucked you were, or if you were the person like cranking the risk gauge, you couldn't tell what you could do to them, kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
And in older Guilty Gears, risk gauge was important, right? In this game, risk gauge is far more important. It's actually it's clear that a lot of their design decisions is based around the risk gauge, because you know how at the very beginning of the stream we were talking about how certain things wouldn't combo that used to combo 20 years ago, kind of deal, and from then on. When the risk gauge is cranked, you get more damage out of these very short bursts of combo situations. Or if the counter hit thing is still in StrIVe, which again I don't know if it is, then that would allow you access to longer combos, right? Mm-hmm. So that was it was clear that a lot of the balance was based around risk gauge being far more important, and it shows in the Gattling system, in cancel things, etc., etc. And so I think they oversighted how much damage shit is doing on scale by itself, or something. I don't know.
A little bit.
if you go back and you check out other XL versions, right, and you look at some dumb combo videos with risk gauge all the way cranked up, you'll see somebody do 8 hits and kill a character, right?
Right, of course, yeah.
That's the same thing in this. They clearly figured out somewhere in between those two versions of the game how that should not happen.
Right. Dude, some people are posting more stuff over here. God, do I even want to dare watch this one?
But that's the thing, though, is that brings us to the
oh, it's the same one. It's the same one. Okay.
Yeah. My brother's actually in the chat, and he asked somebody video, so somebody did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, basically, what I was gonna say was that brings us back to the whole why you can't tell a game developer to hire a pro player as a QA tester or whatever the hell to find shit like this.
Right.
They may have found some other crazy stuff, and we will never know that it existed, right? But for every one thing they found, 5 other things get let through.
Right.
And this isn't even a bug. This is probably completely intentional. It's just an oversight or whatever the hell. Right?
I mean, it's like I said, there's no way they didn't know about this one. I feel like it's actually kind of intentional, because maybe they're just thinking to themselves, hey, if you get your risk gauge built up like this, then you deserve to die. Maybe that's just what they want.
Yeah, but if you have any risk, it looks like it doesn't matter. If the combo starts, you have 1% risk, you're not.
Well, I mean, the first hit won't scale then the rest of them will start scaling. But if you have a risk gauge that's built up, every hit drains a chunk of the risk gauge, and if it just doesn't drain enough of it, then that next hit is going to be full damage, and that's what it looks like it happens. So
I think, yes, you're right that it's intentional, but I think it may not have been intentional to this degree.
Yeah, and actually what Sugoi Factory says probably makes a lot of sense, is, maybe it's the same formula as before, but moves just didn't do as much damage as before, and so because the extra damage is a percentage kind of thing, the more damage you do, that's a bigger percentage that gets added on there,
Yeah.
So that could just...
Hayamo says Leo was infamous risk on the regular. However, a lot of the time when Leo would kill somebody, is he would have to do double back turn super, right?
Yes.
Or even one back turn super plus front super. Well, you could do it in either stance.
Right.
But that was usually what would happen is you would get the risk like 5H back turn, and then you would kill somebody, or even without back turn 5H, right? And yes, that totally did happen, but you had to expend a lot of resources to do that in most of the situations, or planets seemed to have to align when they were that much risk. However, in this game, it seems you crank up guard gauge a lot faster. It seems like than the other game for one. That's just what it seems like so far. I could be wrong. But for two, we saw the soul combo. He didn't spend any bar, and he almost killed May. Like, he didn't have any risk gauge. He blocked one normal.
Yep, and then he died.
Ridiculous.
Then he died.
So that's why I think it was an oversight for the amount of like.
Oh, hang on a second, Isaiah. We lost you right there for a second.
That's why I think it was an oversight for a lot of damage. I switched mic stuff back to the old settings, by the way. I forgot to put it back for this podcast.
You're killing us.
But whatever. So I think that what they did to compensate for the shorter combos, because they wanted to make risk more important, was to make individual hits do more damage than they would do in any other Guilty Gear, right? Just like Sugai Factory is saying. And then that, with combination of how much risk somebody's going to have on average, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
It's
and then yes, exactly. Soul having a long combo, kind of an oopsie doopsie.
I mean, it's crazy right now because the game is so different, and what we're actually starting to find out right now is that Daisuke, like I said, the first Guilty Gear was terrible, right? It just was basically not even really playable. And so, he's had a lot of time between X and XX and all the exers just to keep refining stuff. But maybe, trying to start over again, he might be making a couple of wrong decisions again. And, it's not saying that he's doing a bad job, but obviously it's just there's a lot of things that he's going to have to tweak. And, for one, I'm glad that the game is coming out late this year and maybe even later now because of, all the shutdowns and everything like that. We'll see what happens with that. But, not as, for those of us in the software world, we know that that's still not enough time to do a lot of changes. But I hope they do some more changes in there, not just to the balance stuff, but maybe even to the UI stuff, because clearly a lot of people hate the UI stuff.
It ain't working.
What's that?
It ain't working.
No, I definitely think it's really hard to balance a new iteration of a game well that has as many a version like this does for a game developer.
Right.
So for those of you who don't know, this is technically the fourth Guilty Gear.
Yes.
Because Guilty Gear has happened in 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the rest are updates within that version of the Guilty Gear.
I mean, technically speaking, actually, this is the fifth Guilty Gear. Because it's Guilty Gear X, Guilty Gear XX, Guilty Gear XZerd, and then Guilty Gear StrIVe.
No. XX counts as Guilty Gear 1. Guilty Gear 2 is Overture. 3 is XZerd, and 4 is StrIVe.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah. You might have forgotten about Overture, but that game is number 2.
They count Guilty Gear X and XX all as the same series then, huh?
As Guilty Gear 1.
Weird.
Yeah. And that's why in the logo for StrIVE.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Is Guilty Gear 4.
Yeah. I mean, I just thought they were continuing the trend.
I thought it was XXXerd and then
right.
StrIVE
I thought they were just continuing that, to be honest with you. So that's why I kept saying they should have called this Cortex, right? I mean,
Wrath of Cortex?
QUARTX, like Cortex. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That would have been great.
Overture even has 2 in the title. It's called Guilty Gear 2 Overture.
Okay.
Straight up.
Because Overture was completely a side thing. Nobody knows about it or anything. It's crazy. That was the one where they introduced the Elfelt. It was the
Valentines.
Valentines. Yeah. What was the first one named?
Aria.
Okay.
Because it's named after Soul's girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah. So the idea was that he had to fight his somebody parading around as his girlfriend.
But isn't that what Jacko is too?
Jacko is half of Aria, basically. This is the easiest way I can explain. She is half of Aria.
Okay.
I will just She's a
Weird.
fragment of Arya.
Okay.
And so she needs to combine with Justice so that Elfeld doesn't combine with Justice and cause like a calamity, basically.
Right. I watched the story. I can't say.
I'm a gigantic lore nerd.
Yeah.
For fighting games.
I remember
never,
seeing it.
ever cared about fighting games.
Actually, you know
That's
what?
totally fair. Like that's the great thing about video games is we can all play this like whatever the fuck way, right? Like,
Dude, it's actually, now that I think about it, I don't know if I saw the story at Rev 2. I think I watched the Rev story, but then I never watched the rest of it afterwards. So
we finally saw that man's face, and we know his name now,
oh really?
and stuff like that. Yeah, he's no longer just that man.
Was it like, who did he turn? Was he like someone from the past or something like that, or?
Do you not? Oh, okay. So you probably don't know the whole story then. That man has always been a co-worker from before everything went to hell. He
Wait,
was
say
one
that
of the
again.
other
Say that again.
scientists. He was one of the 3 scientists.
Oh,
from
okay,
back
okay.
before. Yeah. So
Gotcha.
It was Soul, Arya, and that man.
Right.
That ended up like doing all the gear shit.
Yeah.
Right.
It was always that other guy. Okay, gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
there's
no,
a lot of time travel involved with Axel specifically. So
I mean,
makes
it
a bunch
still
of things
makes me
convoluted.
mad because I can never find that post anymore, which was like my favorite post ever. Of someone said, posted on some social media forum, and they're like, "What's Blaze Blue's backstory?" And someone like wrote down in great detail what the backstory was, and then the original poster responded with, "So, what's Blaze Blue's backstory?" Because it just made no sense at all. Yep, Soul's real name was Frederick.
Yep, and there's a reason for that. It's because Daisuke was a big Queen fan.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, obviously he's just a big music fan, right?
Well,
So-
yeah. The whole of Gulity Gear is based off of different musical references and things like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, and I mean, you
Kickstart
can
My
hear,
Heart.
like Kai has a super called Ride the Lightning.
Right.
Like,
I mean, one of Bridget's moves was Kickstart My Heart, all these things.
yeah.
Slayer is in the game. Axl Low is in the game.
Yeah.
And then,
his name is literally just Axel.
yeah, I know. And
But,
then Eno is
yeah.
based off of a Japanese singer, right? So,
But yeah, so
Testament,
so
yes.
like it's but he specifically singled out Frederick for the main character. Was like the big deal.
right.
So like he was a really big Queen fan for
Yeah.
sure.
It's a good choice.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite bands.
I can explain the Blaze Blue lore to you, but like I don't understand what I.
Please don't.
I don't
can
think we-
legitimately explain it to you in a way.
Please, no, never.
I don't think we
don't
have
need it.
enough time for that. So.
Yeah.
I'm not.
We don't
No.
need it.
I'm saying I'm not gonna do it. 'Cause
All I
don't
know,
feel like doing it right
all I know is that like 5 or 6 of the characters are Noelle, right? So
All right, so I'm gonna tell you right now, Noelle is the only Noelle. 5 and 6 of the characters are actually this other character called Saya.
and they're not Noelle.
But people thought people that didn't understand the actual like storyline, they thought it was Noelle was like the original, whereas like she's not. Yeah.
Wow, you've totally blown my mind here. For this whole time, I thought everybody was Noelle. Man,
It's a joke that I'll sit there and go along with every time.
right? Oh, hang on, we lost you again.
It's a joke that I will go along with because I think it's fucking hilarious every time. I think it's super funny, legitimately. It's like it's wrong, but it's mad funny.
Oh man.
Because if you know like a little bit about the lore in BlazBlue, you can always find some way to finagle any character and make them Noelle. You can always just be like, okay, I think Ragna is Noelle because, and you'll find a way to make it work, and it's mad funny to me.
I mean, let's put it this way: if I played BlazBlue, I would also be Noelle because I would only collect W's.
Not in this day and age. Noelle is not a good character.
But you get it? It's Noelle's. I would get
No,
Noelle's.
No, I got
I didn't want to acknowledge it. That is the reason why I didn't. I just didn't want to acknowledge it. I
Why,
did not want to
James?
acknowledge it.
Did I just kill the podcast here? Did I just kill it?
We were vibing.
Welcome to the last episode of Generation Space.
That
Yeah, I
is-
know.
You killed the vibe, James.
Yeah, the Gulity Gear
feeling
StrIVe
good.
beta is on PS4, but you had to have won the lottery to get a code.
All right, can I bring? I still can't decide if I'm gonna sub to Nikki's OnlyFans. I've had the tab open this whole stream, and I don't. Whatever.
Look, I'll tell you
Maybe
guys
I'll
right
do
now.
it.
I'll tell you guys right now. If somebody, if how's this then? If like 2 people sub, I'll give that sub money to TuboWare to subscribe to.
That's a sub goal.
That's the sub goal, right?
OnlyFansNicky is a sub. That's a fair sub goal.
Oh man.
And then I have to look at Nikki's dick or not. I don't even know if
I'm telling you, I'm ready for it to not be any loot
I have
content.
no
I think-
idea.
I mean, it
because
could just-
sometimes like OnlyFans will give previews. It'll be like, it won't show the actual picture, but I'll have like a caption like,
Right.
"Look what I did with my toy" or whatever. Right? Nikki has none of that.
I mean,
There's
honestly,
no like preview.
I mean, it could just be him in like, you know, a Speedo or some shit like that, you know, flexing or something. So.
I mean, I still am I'm curious to know.
I mean, that's what my OnlyFans is filled with. It's just like almost porn, but like it's covered by game cases.
Do you actually have one? Listen, man, I wouldn't be surprised at this point. I would not be.
Oh my god. I
Apparently,
thought
the whole FGC is on OnlyFans. I'm the only.
Nobody wants to see my OnlyFans. That,
I am
like,
the only
know
one
that
that's
would
not.
not get subscribers. I know that wouldn't get subscribers, so I haven't done it. Like,
I mean, but maybe it would. There's a lot of people that are big horny right now, right?
I
it's
guess you're
true.
right.
It's definitely true. It's definitely true.
Coronavirus has turned everybody into a fucking horn dog.
I mean,
It's
we're trapped
kind of
inside
ridiculous.
all day, right? I mean, what do we?
There's gonna be so many COVID babies, like so many. Wait, fucking 9-10 months from now, there's gonna be so many babies.
Oh my god. Nothing else to do, man. Jesus.
Yeah, dude. And only cowards pull out, so. There's gonna be a lot
What
of
the
babies.
What? How did I even get to
Oh,
that?
God.
Jesus Christ. Oh,
Shout out to Coach Steve.
did he say that?
He tweets that. He used to tweet that all the time.
Oh, really?
Cowards.
Yeah, I never pull out. Only cowards pull out.
Oh my god. What the hell? dude?
Jiren extraordinaire, coach.
If you're old enough to have sex, you're old enough to have a baby. Only cowards pull out.
Okay, another video of destruction over here.
Yeah, it's unblockable
Dude.
because Fafnir guard breaks in this game for some reason.
Wait,
Only if
so
you
if you
roll
just
Roman
block
careful,
it,
though,
you get guard broken?
I thought of only if you RC it.
No. It guard breaks normally, but you can only combo
Wait, you can only combo it if what?
If you RC.
if you RC
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah. You can guard break off it at any point,
Gotcha.
but
Okay.
but you have to. Well, actually, I don't know if it guard breaks if you follow it. Actually,
So it's kind of like
I just have
Sora's
that.
then, right? Sora's can only get the combo if he meaties the guard break, right? Or
yeah, exactly. But with this instance, you have a Roman cancel
Right.
available.
so let me ask you that question about Sora's actually, because you probably guys have had more experience with him. If you just guard break people normally, do you get anything for that? Or does it just not count for? Do you just get nothing?
The thing is like I've only ever really seen people use it in situations where they would meaty with it.
Right.
So I actually don't know what the purposes of doing it without that kind of situation.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. I don't actually know.
Okay, yeah. Because I mean, I would just guard break him in training mode and like nothing would happen. So I tried to find the setups to do the meaty because I saw them on Twitter. I just didn't memorize them, so I was like, I'll see if I can find it myself. And I actually couldn't figure out what the setup was for it, but.
So you're plus after guard breaking in Grand Blue like by God, is it like 8 frames or something like that?
And you're just too far away to combo with your close L or something like that. Or?
Usually you can't. It's you're plus enough not to combo, but
Right.
you're plus enough to like do some stuff afterwards.
Okay.
So the idea is like if you've guard broken someone, they have to think about either the mix up or the block string that you do
Right.
afterwards.
Yeah. Okay.
Or if they're just gonna like try and DP out, I don't know, but it can be a mental thing, I guess.
choosing if you're gonna sub to Nicky's OnlyFans.
Here, I can put my mic back.
Yeah, fix your mic, damn it. This
I
be a
can-
professional.
I changed it because apparently it never happens on my stream.
Oh yeah. No, I'm not
Well, it
sure
happens on James's stream.
what it
There,
is.
it's
I
done.
mean, I think it's a Discord thing specifically. It's a Discord thing.
That's fair. Yeah,
Yeah.
but there, I switched it. It should be fine now.
Okay. Oh man.
So did you guys get your stimulus checks yet?
I did.
I have not. I don't even know. I don't know if I'm getting one. I don't know the
Did you
situation.
file taxes last year?
I did,
And
yeah.
this year?
I did file taxes last year, but you know,
Maybe not this one, but yeah, anybody that filed taxes for 2018 or 2019 is supposed to get one.
I mean, is it supposed to just show up in your bank account, or
Yep.
Yeah, it's supposed to direct deposit if you had the direct deposit set for the taxes that you did in
Okay.
2018 or 2019.
I don't
Yeah.
remember what I had it set to,
So if your bank account has changed, get
there
fucked.
might be a chance that it's delayed because we have to put signatures on it.
So yeah, that's actually a real thing.
Yeah,
can't-
but Trump,
guys
he
have heard.
denied doing that. He said he had no idea about it. So obviously Donald Trump tells the truth all the time.
Oh
Dude,
yeah, we
I-
all know that he would never lie about
Never.
any of that stuff.
Clearly,
Right?
I mean, he knew it was a pandemic before it was a pandemic.
He was one of the first ones saying it, according to him, right?
Yeah, which is hilarious. It's especially cool because he completely dismantled the pandemic response team before when he first got into office.
Dude, you
So
know
that
what
was
was
cool.
actually sick though? When he was like trying to push that propaganda video that completely glossed over February as an entire month. That he was like, "Yeah, we've had a great response," and blah blah blah. And then CNN just fucking dunked him the
Really?
entire time, like live on CNN, like their headlines were.
Oh, I saw that.
Donald Trump pushing propaganda video that doesn't show his mistakes and things like that. And the
Right,
reporter was
yeah.
like, Donald, but what about February? And he's like, we're doing a lot of good work. She's like, yeah, but that video had nothing from the month of February. What about the whole month? He's like, you're just a nasty person. Like, shut up,
Yeah.
you idiot. Answer the question.
And he'll
Oh
never
my
answer the
God.
question.
No, of course he won't, because he knows it was fucking garbage propaganda.
It's so crazy too, because honestly, like, the behavior is just such a petulant child. I mean, seriously, it's just
Yeah.
no accountability, blame shifting on everybody else, and just fucking dodging every goddamn thing, dude.
That dude sucks.
By the way,
He is
did you
human filth.
file for unemployment?
Yeah,
yeah.
I did. And I got my bonus $600, so
Oh, okay.
thanks,
Ooh,
Trump.
I'm gonna submit for unemployment because
So when can we submit? Because that still has to go through for us that are freelance, right?
I heard that it's open now or something. So I'm
Oh, is
trying.
it?
It's
Yeah.
like state by state, I think.
Oh, is it state by
I guess
state?
I have to
Okay,
look it up
okay.
then.
Yeah.
But the problem is, I just don't know how long it'll take for it to go through, and if they'll reject
Dude,
me or
I
what.
got up. I can't speak for California, but Minnesota, my shit went through super fast.
Really?
Yeah,
Dang,
but it
okay.
always has. They've always been really, really good with unemployment.
Man, that'd be nice. Nice. Let's see. Da, 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 da.
Hey man, you're welcome to move here. You can get the fuck out of Cali.
Yeah, dude, he has a couch right in that background. You can sleep on that.
No, we would share a bed.
Oh, okay, good. So we finally come full circle to that porn video I was talking about.
Yeah, that's gonna be our OnlyFans.
Yeah, I know, right? That is what's on our OnlyFans, so it's already there, dude. Trust me. I mean, you make it sound like
I mean, I didn't actually mean here specifically. The city of Minneapolis. but,
yeah. Whoa, what's this?
Dude, honestly, like real talk, I don't understand why a lot of after you're already established as a commentator or content creator, why would you stay in an expensive state? Like if I'm like a Sajam, I'm getting the fuck out of California. I'm going
Because the
I'm
best
going to Oklahoma or
opportunities.
some shit where my $50,000 a year I make on Twitch is like I feel like I'm balling. Why the fuck would I stay in California?
I mean,
Because the best opportunities are in New York and California.
yeah.
They get so many more possible.
Are they?
So
Right now?
Not right now.
Yeah,
but like
well.
back then, one of the biggest reasons for like certain people like coming up, you notice that most of them were from either California or New York.
No, I mean, I'm fully aware of. Come on, man. If anybody's aware of those bias, it's me. Like, the whole Midwest commentator.
Like I don't it's just how it is. So that's
Right,
one of the reasons why
once you are established, you don't need that anymore. Yipes moved from New York to California back to New York. He still gets the same gig. Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it's not entirely. Well, but he's still in New York. But
well,
it's also
but you can go back and forth. It's whatever.
Yeah,
he's already established.
Honestly, though,
things in California though.
I think it's a tough situation just because. One, I mean, for me, obviously, it's different because I have all my family here and everything like that, and I like it here and everything. But also, too, it's just, being established as a commentator, I don't think exists, to be honest with you. Like, I feel like anybody can drop out at any time. And, I don't know. That's how I feel about it, so.
That's sort of what I was trying to say, though, is like, you stay in California because you need a constant paycheck, and there's a ton of things that give you opportunity if you're in California. Mm-hmm. You look at the Geico events, right? Those were done in-house despite them being online events, and they were done in-house from California commentators, right?
I feel like one of the reasons why I got to do that Pocky thing was because their recording studio was in California, and I think they were looking for someone that was in California.
Talking about for the.
You remember that
Pocky 5 Pocky thing?
The Pocky KO challenge that I narrated?
Man, that was so awful.
Yeah, I narrated that video that they put out there. So.
I didn't even see the video. I just saw the Pocky challenge.
Oh, no. There was a video that they had me narrate.
Jeez, I'm sorry.
That's why.
I mean, I'm glad you got paid, but man, that whole segment was just so poorly thought out.
I mean, honestly, it turned out much better than I thought it was going to.
Dude, like the way you won the Pocky challenge was basically like it was stupid.
I mean, I told the players that was a strategy, and I was like, please don't turtle, please don't do these kind of things, and they still tried to do it anyway. So
because they're trying to win, which was I guess you would want to win,
right?
I guess.
Win, bitch.
Yeah, I mean, but ugh. Yeah, that was. I mean, you and Steve did the best you could with what was given.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, no, it was bad. I was watching that. And I was like, this is esports for sure.
I heard about it like after I think it concluded, like maybe a few minutes after it was done. The Pocky challenge, because I wasn't watching Capcom Cup at the time. I think I was either somewhere that wasn't Oregon, or I was doing something that was in Oregon. But like, I was like, what is this Pocky challenge? Everybody's going nuts about on Twitter. Like, what is happening?
Dude, and then the best was after the whole thing was done, Kenny Omega like ate all those Pocky sticks and he dropped it all over the stage. And I said,
yeah, dude, who cleaned it? Then you were cleaning it up.
James Chen
right.
cleaned up.
Yeah, you were cleaning it up.
And that's the thing is, as soon as the whole thing was done, I ran to the guys at the stage and I was like, you know what would be hilarious? I was like, give me a broom so I can sweep it up and look pissed off. And then they were like, yeah, we need someone to entertain the crowd, so we'll use that as an excuse to get you out on the stage and everything like that. And so, like, it was my idea to do that, and then someone tweeted it out like, they put James to work, and everyone got hella mad on my behalf, and I was like, well, I appreciate that.
When I saw that on Twitter that people were like getting mad about it, I was like, this sounds like something that James just like walked out, told nobody he was gonna do, and just started doing it. That sounded like how it was actually happening.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was my idea. I was like trying to get them to hunt for a broom. I was like, get a broom, I want to do this. So, but whatever. It's all good.
With a smile and a wave, James Chen.
But I was just so funny how mad everybody was about it, dude. It was hilarious.
Did you get 2 subs yet? Where are these subs at? I'm trying to.
I definitely did not get any subs.
I'm trying to see Nicky's Dicky.
Little Dicky? His Adam Sandler?
It might not be little. Who knows? It's locked behind the paywall.
I think if you're on OnlyFans, you probably, chances are, not.
Hey, there's a thing for everyone. All right,
I guess it's true.
It's actually, it's very true. Remember, James, we don't kink shame. All right?
Yeah, you're right. Okay. My bad. Forgot what day it is today. We still have about 40 minutes left at least for us. See, it's over for
it's over for me, but I'm still big horny.
Yeah, I mean for you it really is every day. So
every day, dude.
National Horny Day is literally every day.
Every day. That's what Sonic Fox tweeted out too. They're like I celebrate every day.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Oh god, Kuma, don't go there. Ugh, makes me sad.
It sounds like we're reaching the end of our road for today, and
I think it's just because we're all just. You know what? Next week, you will all want to tune in because we will all want to find out if Brandon finally subbed to the OnlyFans.
It's gonna bother me. It's gonna continue to bother me.
Dude, we are gonna find out. This is like, and you know what? You had better not disappoint us next week.
I don't know what I'm gonna decide to do.
I can't wait.
I don't know.
We're gonna see on Twitter out of nowhere. It's gonna be like he's just gonna be like ha ha, and we're just gonna know exactly what.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's only gonna say like something really.
No, I'm gonna tweet out that if I saw Nikki's dick, I'm tweeting. I'm gonna let the world know that Keisha is not the only FGC member.
God.
I saw Nikki's dick.
God.
Man, I imagine you presenting it. Like that's how I imagine. As much emphasis on the word dick as possible.
Could I make it as an OnlyFans guy? Could I be a chatterbait model? Like
I believe in you, Brandon.
I think
so.
so.
Could I do it? Do I want to risk it all? Oh, I don't know, man. These are trying times right now.
I know. See, that's the thing. Like I said, if I felt like I could make money from that, maybe I'd do it. You know, honestly.
You know, there's a lot of guys that have hit on me in the FGC. I'll just put it that way.
I mean, I will say this: I've been hit on, but definitely more by guys than girls in the FGC.
I had to stop wearing my dragon onesie to tournaments because people were assuming I was a gay furry.
Did you do that at one point?
I used to have a dragon one that I would wear in tournaments all the time. Like I would just like at least like one day, like at least one day of this dragon one. Oh, like I want to say I did an auction tournament one time in a dragon onesie.
Oh, I think I remember that now.
Like UPT 8 or 9.
Yeah, I think I remember that now. I think I remember seeing pictures of that or something. So, I think that might be the background on my phone, actually, now that I think about it. So, you know.
There we go.
I think I've seen it at some point. Yeah, I had to stop wearing.
Oh, and I think you're cutting out now, Brandon.
I cut out there.
Oh no. Well, about this.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, I had to stop wearing my dragon onesie to tournament because people were hitting on me.
I think that's more excuse just to keep rocking it, frankly.
No, man, it got to a point where some dude got weird about it. So
okay.
I just decided to not do it. I could actually show on stream one of the things that somebody said to me before.
That's okay. We don't need to see some shit, dude.
It's awful, dude. So yeah, I had to stop.
In my life.
I had to stop.
All right.
You know, it's just hard when people look at you like a piece of meat.
I wouldn't know.
Neither would I.
I wouldn't know.
I hope to be that attractive.
I've had this debate with Brandon before. You know, he was trying to get me to sign up for Tinder and all this shit.
I did get you to sign up for Bumble.
You did, and I barely used it, to be honest.
That's your fault, James.
Yeah.
You could have so much success.
Dude, but I told you, man, online dating doesn't work for Asian dudes.
James, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a Tinder with your pictures and list all the things that I would list in your...
Oh, we lost you again.
Yeah, you completely cut out there. I couldn't hear you at all.
Yeah.
Damn it. I was saying, I'm going to make a Tinder with your pictures.
Okay.
And write up a profile for you. And I'm going to show you how many girls you could go out with.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, if you did that and then also did the exact same thing with the exact same profile and put like Ultra David's picture in there, guarantee you,
but
he would
we're
get
not talking about
way more.
extremely good-looking Ultra David against extremely good-looking. I'm just saying that you're limiting yourself. That's all I'm saying. It's not but someone could get more dates than me. It's James is getting 0 dates, and he could have like 10, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, to be
You
fair.
can't say like, oh, well, David could get 97 dates, and I could only 30.
I mean,
like,
to be
there's
fair.
still 30 dates you have you didn't have before.
I don't try. I just don't try.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So don't give me this. Oh, the other guy's hotter. I'm a fat dude. Every guy's hotter. Like
that's
how
not
that works,
necessarily
man.
true too. That's not necessarily true.
Well, no, like obviously I'm the preference for someone, but that's also the point I'm making about you. Is yes, statistically Asian men have a terrible time on dating apps, but
Yes.
just because they have a terrible time compared to model fucking Jewish white lawyer Ultra David doesn't mean that it's actually a bad time.
Model Jewish white lawyer Ultra David.
No joke.
That's how I'm introducing him.
I'm sure James is aware, but I don't know if you're aware. David's family is extremely fucking good looking. Like he has several models in his lineage.
No, I believe
There was that one like cousin that came over to Evo
Miss
one
fucking
time.
California. Just
Yeah.
no big deal. Yeah, Ultra David's a part of the family. I'm Miss California. We're all successful and good looking.
So when you said Miss California, I thought you were joking, but I think you're being serious.
No, I'm dead ass. Like I'm
Yeah,
not
okay.
joking.
I don't know if she was. She definitely tried out for it though, or something like that.
No, I'm pretty sure she was the pageant winner one year. She was
Really?
Miss California.
Okay.
All right, okay, you know.
And the worst thing about it is too, the thing that that seems kind of weird is that I talk to David all the time and he's never tried to hook me up. I mean, come on.
Dude, that's why you have to be weird like me, like David. I want to get with your cousin.
He's probably worried about taking the girl from you, so he doesn't want to like subject you to that issue, right? Like, you
His
guys go out to
cousin,
the
I
bar
hope
or
he's not
whatever.
worried about that.
I'm not talking about fucking cousins.
That's what I'm saying. James, like, he's never tried to hook me up with his cousin, and you said, I think he's worried about taking the girl from you. He's in California, not Alabama.
I didn't hear the cousin part. I'm sorry.
Yeesh.
Oh my god.
That's my bad.
All right, yeah, I think
Well,
we're definitely
David hooks
getting
up
into
with
the
his cousin. You heard it
degenerate
here
portion of the night.
It just gets worse and worse every
I
day.
think you've made a new enemy. You used to have Kyle P. Now you have Ultra D.
I can't have Ultra David be my enemy.
That's your enemy now. You said
What
he
the
bangs
fuck?
out his cousin.
He gave me one of the
happened?
biggest confidence boosters I've ever had as a commentator.
And now you've ruined that relationship. Way to go.
Oh man. Jesus.
Well, that's
Sorry,
been
dude.
Generation Spacing episode
Yeah, I know.
4.
I didn't hear the cousin part. I'm sorry.
We'll be back next week where EbonicPlague gives a written apology to Ultra David
But
for
no-
the slander he has committed.
But we also have to find out.
10 feet.
We also have to find out if TuboWare has finally subscribed to the OnlyFans. We
I
have
kind of
to.
wanted to just do it right now.
No. Don't do it right now. We need the hook. We need the hook, okay? We need to keep everybody in suspense. Don't tweet it out. Save it for next week. There we go. So we could all find out at the same time
All right.
if this happened, okay?
Is he little dicky or big dicky? Is he average size?
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching, Generation.
See you next week.
All right. Jesus.
Goodbye.
He always leaves before you cut it. So like,
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. Oh my god. All right. All right. Thanks, guys, for watching. Peace out.